live with Gorilla Blood, the first ever Gorilla Blood podcast. That's right, we are pod people now here on Gorilla Blood. Joining me, and if you don't know who I am, I'm the Boobs. I'm not supposed to be here, but I'm here any damn way because for some reason Scott is on the booth. So we shall probably be calling Scott on the booth and tormenting him. What do you think, Daniel Correa?
Don't worry about him being on the boost.
He's on the booth.
He's on the autobus.
Yeah, he's not on the wagon. He's on the booth.
Why are we saying boost like we're from Canada?
Because it's fun to say booth. We're paying tribute to Corey Morrow and the fact that he's probably snowed in right now with the moose on the booth. I do not like the moose. I do not like the moose on the booth.
Please let Corey loose.
Yes, if you are a moose, let Corey loose from the booth, Mr. Moose. Hey, we went straight into some Dr. Seuss on the booth.
Yeah, that's. Oh god, that's pretty good, man. That's pretty good.
I kind of like the free flow format of Gorilla Blood now. It's kind of it adds a different dimension to it. It's you get to let your hair down if you have some.
Yeah, and if this was next week after Thanksgiving, you'd unbelt your pants and just let it all out there.
Yeah, and we'll all have a lot to let out after Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I know, man. And shoot, hell, if you noticed what happened to CB Americana, it is now GorillaBloodRadio.com.
Yes, we are GorillaBloodRadio.com, and I've been working over there, man.
Yeah, I know. You've been posting a lot of your old school monster movies, your Gojira.
Oh, we're going to be getting more. I've been watching some of the classic sci-fi there, and I got a list of about 10 of them I'm going to put up there that are really, really bad and really, really classic. Although, if you go to GorillaBloodRadio.com, the website, yeah, it's a great website, folks. Got to go over there and check it out. Well, if you're listening to this show, you're already checking out GorillaBloodRadio.com. We have a few things going on. We now have the podcast for Gorilla Blood up there. We have a movie section. We have a YouTube section for like the YouTube movies.
Any random videos that we find that we like that are not necessarily pertaining to old movies or something.
Right. And then when you scroll down to the page, you will see a movie of the week section there now.
Hey!
Yeah, this week it's Attack of the Super Monsters. Bet you never heard of that, have you, Daniel?
No, wasn't last week, didn't you have Monos, The Hands of Fate? One of Scott's favorite bad movies?
Yeah, that's Scott's absolute favorite bad movie. Yeah, Monos is up there. It's under we have if you go there and you click on the movies link, you'll see a nice page. It's all laid out. We have documentaries, horror movies, Kauji films, which are those giant monster films from Japan from the 60s and 70s.
Yeah, good job on threatening people to support our friends.
What do you mean?
Visit them or else.
Or else. Well, what am I supposed to say? Look, the time for being nice is long over.
Well, especially considering when we're rated I for immature.
Yeah, and then if you go down, you'll see down the page, we have all the latest news from the WWE right there on our page. You can just go down, click on the link. It'll take you over to their website, to the top stories there, the top 5 stories of the day, because hashtag it's still real to me, damn it.
Plus, yeah, other stuff that's good in the world of pop culture. And, hey, you can link to our Pro Wrestling 247.net podcast. Yay.
Yeah, and you'll also be able to, because I think sometime tonight, I'm going to be setting up a video playlist of some of my favorite songs from my youth. Some Candlebox, some Motley Crue, some Poison, maybe some Tesla thrown in there. A little bit of
Candlebox?
Candlebox. You know who Candlebox is?
If I'm remembering Candlebox, I remember them from like the 90s, but I don't.
That was my childhood, dumbass.
The 90s was your childhood?
I was only in my 20s.
Oh, okay.
Oh my God.
The 90s was like my childhood because I was like 7 through 17 in that
Oh my God. You know what? Just for that, I'm going to do this just for that. Here we go. A little bit of Candlebox for everyone out there in Radio Land.
I thought you were going to give me a buzzer or something.
Just for that. Yeah, you know what? I can't give you a buzzer right now, but I would give you a buzzer if I could give you a buzzer. Oh, I can give you a buzzer. Oh, hell yeah, I can give you a buzzer. You know what, Daniel? You're going to get a buzzer.
Damn. I had a feeling you had something lined up there.
Yeah, Daniel gets a buzzer for that.
Oh, man. Yeah.
Remember Candlebox?
This is the only song I probably know. That was like early 90s, yeah.
Fall to the ground, and then someday your friends will stand beside you are flying. Oh, you were flying up so high. But then someday people look at you, the world they call their own, they watch you suffer. Yeah, here you're coming home. And then someday we can take our time to brush the leaves aside so you can reach us. Hey, but you left me far behind.
All right, enough of that. I can't believe that you don't know Candlebox, man.
No, I know that song. That's like the only song I know by them.
Wow.
Honestly, and it's funny because the other song that popped into my head, I figured out it was the band live.
Really?
Yeah, the song "I Alone," and I was sitting there thinking, "No, that's a Candlebox." No, it's not.
Since this is a new Gorilla Bud and we can do different things, what I want to do right now for everybody, I'm going to play you my all-time favorite Candlebox track, and Daniel's going to be quiet because I'm going to mute his ass.
Oh, jeez.
And I'm going to be quiet. So everybody, we'll be right back in about 5. No, well, actually, we're going to play this track by Candlebox. It's called "He Calls Home."
Well, I see him every day in that blanket that he calls home. Wonder, does he know that his family they left alone? He says, brother, can you spare a dime? I'm down to my last dollar in this life of mine. Say this life of mine gets rough at times. Now I wonder, does he know, does he even care that his family, they're safe at home, and they wonder where, as he wanders through his life, he's ever searching for one blanket on one piece, and he wanders on, and he wonders, is he safe from the cold? Safe out from the cold. Well, see, he left the other day, took his blanket that he got home. Did he go for good? Did he pass away? Well, I wonder, does he know? See, I'm down to my last dollar in this life of mine. Say this life of mine, it gets rough at times. Now I wonder, does he know? Does he even care that my family is safe at home? And I wonder where, as I wander through my life, I'm ever searching for my one blanket on one field. And I wonder, will I always be held alone? I said, yeah, I'll never know, because, yeah, won't you let me come home? 'Cause I wanna come home. I said, but I got it hurt, yeah. I'll never know, no, no, no. Yes, hurt, yeah. I'll never go, no, no, no. Yes, hurt, yeah. I said I wonder what, yeah, yeah. Because, yeah, I'll never come home. I'll never come home. Now come home. No, come home. Won't you let me come home? 'Cause I won't come home. Let me come home. Come home.
Candlebox for you. They're here on Gorilla Blood on GorillaBloodRadio.com. Daniel, what'd you think of that one?
Good little song. I mean, again, it has that distinctive Seattle sound to it.
That's a very big shock. You know why?
Why?
Well, I'll tell you why. I'm going to tell you exactly why. I'm going to tell you why so that you will know why, and so that the listeners out there at GorillaBloodRadio.com will know why. Okay?
Are they from Seattle?
They're from Seattle. Yeah, they're from Seattle. And you may not that album came out in 1991, and they were actually the very first successful act on Madonna's Maverick record label.
Yeah.
And to her credit, Madonna also signed Alanis Morissette, the Deftones, and Daniel, I think you probably like this band. It's a little group called The Prodigy. You ever hear
I know who they are, and I've listened to them in the past. They're not my favorite band in the world, but I know Firestarter and Smack My Bitch Up, and yeah.
All right, so
Yeah, I actually have seen the Deftones live. Deftones are actually a decent band.
I got a story about I worked backstage at a place called Blossom Music Center in Cuyahoga Falls, or if you're from Akron, Ohio, we call it Cuyahoga. Cuyahoga Falls, Ohio. And I actually worked a show with Candlebox on the bill, and I was quite excited to be backstage security for the show because it was like Candlebox was going to be there, and who else was on the show? There was a lot of people on there. Who sings Insane in the Membrane? I can't think of their
Cypress Hill.
Yeah, Cypress Hill was the headliner of this event, this festival show.
That's a weird combination, but okay.
It was definitely good, though. But Kevin Martin would go out among the crowd, and he would wear these Poindexter glasses so that people wouldn't recognize him. And he comes to go backstage, and he's got these glasses on. I know who he is a million miles away. I'm a huge Candlebox fan at this point. Me and all my guys, everybody owns a copy of the album. We love Candlebox. It's like, this is for us, I think it was like, we're coming out of the 80s. We're going into we're leaving our teens. We're entering our 20s. And it was that first album that meant something to us, where every song was special. Every song had a meaning in some way, shape, or form to everyone in my particular clique, if you will, my group, my gang of brothers. So we all own this album. So I knew Kevin Martin from a mile away. And he comes up and he starts to pull out his ID badge. And I look at him, I said, "You don't have to tell me who you are, Mr. Martin." And I looked at him and I said, "I am unworthy to be in your presence right now." And he just looked at me. I think he realized I was doing my job, but I was also being a fan.
You're marking out inside.
Yeah, dude, it was like cool. He shook my hand and it was like cool. And I called my dudes after work and I'm like, "Guys, I got to meet Kevin Martin. He shook my hand, man." And my buddy Sean was like, "You're not going to wash it, are you?" I'm like, "Hell yeah, I'm going home to take a shower. I smell like shit. I just got done pulling a 9-hour shift out at Blossom, working a crowd, So anyhow, that's my Kevin Martin story. Candlebox to me is one of the most overlooked bands in the history of music, to be honest with you, because they really they were one of the first bands with that Seattle sound to come out. You know, a lot of people say
Nirvana.
we had Nirvana, we had Pearl Jam. Don't get me wrong, Nirvana and Pearl Jam are awesome groups. I wish Kurt Cobain would have been here longer, and I wish Courtney Cox wouldn't have pulled that trigger. Oh,
Allegedly.
Allegedly pulled that trigger. So, yeah, it was just, I just love Candlebox. Remember, that grunge sound was for the guys that made that grunge sound big were the guys coming out of the hair band era of the 80s.
Yeah, like, well, the one thing that came into my head just now as I'm thinking about it, because I have wrestling on the brain, is Alice in Chains.
There you go.
In the box, man.
Speaking of that,
Tommy Dreamer's theme.
Yeah, speaking of that, what happened in the world of pro wrestling this week?
Oh man, unfortunately, and I know you guys talking about it on the show, the main NBC Sports on demand radio on demand show over there, PW247.net, Pro Wrestling 247 NET. But we lost wrestling legend Nick Bockwinkel, and it's unfortunate. He is an absolute legend, and it's sad that people don't know who he is because he was big in the territory days. And I know who he was. I saw a few of his matches over the time span, just, again, WWE Network type stuff or online or just... For me, the ESPN had AWA Classics. That's what I was trying to think of. I couldn't think of it for a second there. But I was fortunate enough to get a chance to meet him at Cauliflower Alley Club. Hell of a nice guy. He was the Cauliflower Alley Club president for a while too. But yeah, man, he's going to be missed. I know you know more about him than I do because that's your generation.
Yeah, and I was kind of miffed. A friend of ours, Sean Lathrop, his response, Daniel, what was his response in social media to the fact that...
Well, he originally just says, I don't know who he is. Like, he had no clue who he was. And again, he's younger than us. He's a college age kid. And he has since gone and done his research. I've seen him posting stuff up on his Facebook and the Roundtable show that he does. So he now knows who Nick Bockwinkel is now. But at first it was kind of like, wow, a wrestling fan who doesn't know who Nick Bockwinkel is. Yeah, like I said, I may not know everything about him, but I know that he is one of those guys there. If you watch Chris Jericho in the late 2000s, Chris Jericho came out, and originally he was trolling people and not talking, and then he would come out and cut like the biggest promo on everybody else using the biggest words he could possibly think of and probably not even using them in the right way. That was an homage to Nick Bockwinkel because Nick Bockwinkel was a very articulate man and loved to show his intelligence in his promos to get heat.
Nick Bockwinkel was... I posted it on when I found out on Facebook. My response was that Nick Bockwinkel was a man who transcended the word legend in the industry. Nick Bockwinkel was the man that Vern Gagne passed that AWA World Heavyweight title off to. Vern Gagne thought enough of this man and his ability in the ring, on the mic, and to put, as it's like to be, like they say in the wrestling industry, that he put asses in seats in the territory days, no matter where he went. Nick Bockwinkel wrestled Hulk Hogan. Nick Bockwinkel faced Ric Flair in a champion versus champion match that ended in a draw, a double count out. Nick Bockwinkel was perhaps the greatest technical wrestler ever. To be honest, he was truly just supreme in the ring. Daniel, if you ever go, you need to go to YouTube and look up at some of Bockwinkel's matches because he was truly, if you like technical wrestling, if you like seeing guys chain wrestle, watch Nick Bockwinkel because he is one of the greatest of all time, bar none. And he ran Hulk Hogan out of the AWA, so there's a thing. Him and Stanley Blackburn back in the day. Yep. Just to quote a little bit of my buddy, one of my favorites who isn't around right now, Mr. Tyson Kidd, fact. I can't wait for Kidd to come back, man. Can't wait. Him and
Yeah, no, he's a good wrestler. I mean, God forbid. I mean, he had that spinal injury with after having that match, that dark match with Samoa Joe, and taking the muscle buster, I guess, slightly wrong, and it kind of like, I don't know what exactly happened, but he's been out since then, and it's been at least 3-4 months now. He may be longer.
You're right there. You're absolutely right there.
So, but yeah, I mean, and even Cesaro still wears the armband. He still wears the Kid armband.
Hey, got to support his homie.
Hell yeah, absolutely.
You know, when either one of those pass, do you think Cesaro and Kid, either one, are going to be dumping a 40 out on the front line?
For each other?
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know.
That would be great for Cesaro to come out on a Raw if something happens to Kid and be outside the arena and dumping out a 40 of OE or something like that for his homie. Because, you know what? I thought those two were poised to be World Tag Team Champions.
Cesaro should be the world champion right now, in general, in my opinion. But tag team wise, yeah, they were one of the best tag teams WWE had going for a while until Tyson got hurt.
Mm.
And I won't necessarily be pouring out a 40 if Tyson Kidd passes away. I'll be lining up to be the first one to date Natalya. Dude, I don't know why people think Natalia's not gorgeous. She is hot, dude.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Did you see the table for 3?
I did.
Ooh, smoking. Yeah, Mama was smoking. What?
Yeah, dude. And you know what? I'm not one to watch Total Divas, but when my buddy Gonzo said, hey, you got to sit down and watch this one there was an episode after Tyson got hurt and he got a knee injury or leg. I can't remember what it was, but he was out for a while. And Natty was wearing some nice lingerie, and he was just ignoring her. I was like, dude, you're an idiot.
No, it is what it is, man. I hope Natty and Tyson can get their stuff together. I'd hate to see them, you know.
I mean, they've been like basically together since they were children. Like Tyson Kidd it was in the group of the Hart family at the Bret Hart British Bulldog match in Wembley Stadium from what was that, SummerSlam something?
Yep.
Okay, I can't remember the year,
Back in the day. In the day. I got a little wrestling-related social media news here. We have a friend, Henry Maxwell.
Yes.
We will be interviewing him for an episode of the Pro Wrestling 247 show over there on NBC Sports Radio on Demand at audioboom.com. I follow Henry, and he's very, very cool. He's a very, very ingenious with some of what he tweets.
He's a manager of Congo Kong.
Of Congo, oh yes. Well, Henry tweets out today, you need me like a bad habit. And I retweeted a reply to him, the whole world needs Henry Maxwell. Makes everything better, like bacon. And Henry favorited that one. So that's awesome. I'm very honored that Henry Maxwell would do that. By the way, folks, if you don't know who Congo Kong is, you need to go to YouTube and look. Matter of fact, you know what? I will put up some videos of Congo Kong performing over at GorillaBloodRadio.com here on the website. And you can check out Congo Kong. This man is a beast, not to mention the #1 contender, which he won in a triple threat.
Wait, I remember us talking about that match. I don't remember you telling me who won. Holy jeez. I totally thought for the longest of time, I thought it was Kevin Cross who won that match.
No, Congo won that.
Jeez.
And
did he finally hit the splash on somebody? Because every single time I've seen like video of him from like recent matches or something like that, he misses the big splash. And this dude is huge. He's a big dude.
The ring moved 3 foot when he did.
Oh, jeez. Okay. Then I must have missed that. I must have zoned out.
It was totally, incredibly awesome. I cannot say enough about Congo Kong. Folks, most of the people out there listening are not going to like him. He's a heel. And which goes to show he's got a manager like Henry Maxwell.
And the Boobs loves to cheer heels, man. You know what? He's always been a villain at heart.
The Boobs loves to cheer talent.
Break his neck.
You're damn right. And every time Bobby Roode gets in there, I want him to hurt somebody. Damn it. I want Bobby Roode to take him out. They need to get a Roode awakening. Sorry, Rick Rude, but your moniker needs to be passed on. The lineage continues to Mr. Bobby Roode. Probably, to me, right now, him and Austin Aries, the best two performers in the business today. None better. None better. Bobby Roode, yeah, and Daniel, you know I love Bobby. I love me some Bobby Roode. I think he's the hey, and you know damn well I love A22. So, man, don't you miss the dirty? Damn,
Dirty heels.
I miss him. I really wish, man. I'm sitting here now. I'm getting a little misty-eyed now thinking about it. How much I miss my tag team. Love the Dirty Hills. Love them. Love them.
See, the only thing right now that's going on that kind of bugs me is the fact that TNA has been taped for so long, and they're still going through this world title series thing, and they got guys on their roster now who we're hearing that are officially not under contract anymore, like James Storm. Bobby Roode's still in question. A-Double technically is not signed to them. He just showed up for this tournament, I guess. I just heard that Knockout Brooke is rumored to be gone.
Daniel, that tournament was filmed in July.
I know. That's what I'm saying. It's been taped, and we're doing all this stuff, and I'm like, oh, my God. This is ridiculous. Like, I don't understand how you can do this. I mean, I avoid spoilers. I mean, you know me. I don't like reading spoilers at all. So for me, this is all new. But a lot of these people now, it's like I'm reading the news and hearing, oh God, man, now they're officially leaving. They're not going to be on the next taping or this, that, and the other thing. And James Storm is trying to troll people now because I guess next week Raw is in Nashville. So he's trolling the internet saying, hey, sorry about your damn luck. I'll be at Raw.
You know what? I can actually see them pulling a rabbit out of the hat doing that after the Survivor Series because they tend to bring in new talent after major pay-per-views like Rumble and Mania, SummerSlam and Series.
I don't think they'd bring him up to the main roster that fast, though. Hopefully, if he does get brought in, they do better than his counterpart, Wildcat Chris Harris. Eesh.
I'm gonna be honest
what was the bad name they gave him? What, Braden Walker? Was that him or was that another guy?
I have no idea who you're talking about.
Wildcat Chris Harris, from America's Most Wanted.
Yeah, I know who Wildcat Chris Harris is, man.
Hang on, let me look if I can find up what his WWE name was. Chris Harris. Let me see. Yeah, Braden Walker.
Braden Walker.
What a crappy name.
Hey, we're talking WWE creative. Come on, Dr. Isaac Yankem.
Yeah. Let's see here. WWE. He was in WWE for a little bit of 2008. He basically he worked ECW in July of 2008, and I think basically he was released. Few months later? 1 month later. He literally was released from his contract almost 1 month to the day later.
Wow.
That's funny. That's hilarious. So his his first match, debut match, was actually against Armando Alejandro Estrada.
Oh my God.
That's terrible.
You know, I miss Estrada, but I only miss him for one reason, because I miss the true manager.
Yeah,
that did nothing other than to antagonize.
Well, even Abraham Washington, dude, like he was great.
Yeah, but
until he made a very, very vulgar statement.
He screwed up big time. He really screwed up.
Yeah, man.
You know,
Kobe Bryant in a hotel in Colorado. He's unstoppable. Yeah, that comment was because Kobe Bryant allegedly raped some girl. Yeah.
We say allegedly because we don't deal in rumors here.
Yeah. I don't know if it happened or not, but for him to say that on a hot mic during a Raw was not cool. And that was when he was managing the PTP, which they needed a manager at that time because they couldn't talk for crap.
They can't. Look, you got to keep the big guy off the mic. I'm telling you what. He still
Well,
can't deliver.
It was
Titus
funny
cannot-
though. After when they came back together after our buddy Kevin Cross partnered with Darren Young for one match, Darren Young and Titus O'Neil came back together, and they were doing their backstage segments, their promos and stuff, and they were great. And all of a sudden, they just kind of have disappeared again. Titus is doing a lot more of the promo type of high profile appearances to make himself and the WWE look philanthropic. So,
And rumor has it that Darren Young's out in support of NAMBLA.
no, don't even bring that up.
Sorry.
That's terrible.
I know. No, Darren Young, he's a talented wrestler, no matter what his preferences are. And I got to give him credit, man. The Primetime Players, their tag team title run, they deserved it, and they do deserve another shot.
They could have had the titles a lot longer.
Well, we're waiting for our buddy Scott NDX, and he should be coming in here within the next few minutes. So, Daniel, why don't we take a quick break? We're going to play a little bit more Seattle song. I'm going to grab a hot cup of coffee.
Yep.
It's hot. Hotter than the cup of coffee that Randy Savage spoke about.
Cup of coffee in the big time heat.
I like how he balanced the creamer on Mean Gene's shoulder. That was cool. He turned
That was funny,
there,
yeah.
and it fell off, and he was knocking them in the air and stuff. Reached down and picked one up at the end of the promo to walk off. That was just one of the best promos ever. You know, see, nice segue into how the promo thing with Randy there.
Yeah, that was great. I love old school promos. They're so much better than they are now, rather.
Macho. Wow. Dude. All right, we better do this. A little bit of speaking of Seattle sound, here's a little band out of Seattle, and Daniel, here's a little information about this band. This band featured two vocalists who went on to have their own success with other groups in their own right during the 90s. One of them being Chris Cornell of what fame, Daniel?
Chris Cornell was in oh my god. I bet you you're gonna play Jane's Addiction.
No.
What am I thinking Jane's Addiction for? Chris Cornell was in oh my god, why the hell am I blanking on this shit? Freaking God damn it!
Wow, Daniel, just like Charlie Sheen, you're winning.
I know. Freaking I don't know why my brain's going to Audio Slave, and I know that's I don't know why I'm doing that. I'm so screwed up today with this. Damn it.
Why did you second guess yourself?
I don't know why.
Guess what band Chris Cornell was in?
Was I right? It was Jane's Addiction?
No.
Oh, Audio Slave?
Ah.
Hey.
One of the incarnations of bands he was in. The other
what's the other one?
The other performer who you will recognize.
Oh, STP. There we go.
Oh, STP?
Why did I say it's Stone Temple Pilots, right? No?
Oh.
Am I an idiot? I'm an idiot.
Yeah.
What am I thinking of?
Oh.
Soundgarden. Freaking hell.
There you go.
I was looking it up real fast. I was like, wait. Yeah, it's been forever since I thought of them.
Yeah, and he was an Audio Slave. Okay.
Yeah, I can never remember the original band name he was in, but then I knew the Audio Slave, and I'm like, what band was it? I was thinking of the older band. I'm like, damn it.
Well, Soundgarden came after Audio Slave.
No, it didn't. Soundgarden was formed in like the 80s.
Was it?
Yeah.
Was it? Okay. Well, I guess
I got one part right. Audio Slave has been around since like when I was in high school.
Okay. Yeah. So Audio Slave's been around since when?
Like 2001, something like that.
Okay. Well, there's a little band that did one album. Okay. One little album. And it featured Chris Cornell on vocal along with another guy. And I'm going to play the song. And when we come back from the song, you're going to tell me who the other guy is.
Okay.
We'll be right back after a little bit of Temple of the Dog and some Hunger Strike.
I don't mind stealing bread from the mouths of decadence. But I can't feed on the powerless when my cup's already overfilled. Yeah. But it's on the table, the fire's cooking, and the farm babies and slaves are working. The blood is on the table, the mouths are choking. I'm going hungry. Yeah. I don't mind stealing bread from the mouths of decadence. But I can't beat on the powerless when my cup's already overfilled. But it's on the table, the fire's cooking, and the farm and babies and slaves are all working. And it's on the table, the mouths are choking, but I'm going hungry. I'm going hungry. I'm going hungry. I'm going hungry.
That was a little Temple of the Dog Hunger Strike from the album Temple of the Dog by Temple of the Dog. Daniel,
Yes.
do you know who that second vocalist was next with Chris Cornell?
I did not know until I looked it up, and it was
So you cheated.
I cheated. Yeah, but it's funny because it's really funny because most of the time for me, I always think of him going again.
Okay.
Eddie Vedder
Yeah. And dude,
from Pearl Jam.
yeah, that song, I had a knack as a young man of finding albums that no one else could find, and I discovered Temple of the Dog, and I already knew who Pearl Jam was. I already knew who Soundgarden was. Had no idea that Eddie Vedder and Chris Cornell were in a group called Temple of the Dog, and I fell in love with this album. It was like one of my mainstays in my wherever you go, you got to have this album with you type collection thing that we used to do back in the days before the MP3.
Your essential albums.
Oh yeah, it was definitely there. This Pearl Jam 10 as a tribute to Eddie. In our next break segment, Daniel, give me a Pearl Jam song to play in our next break.
Well, I just was mumbling the Eddie Vedder lyrics of Even Flow, but let me see what else I can find if I haven't heard one in a while.
Well, we have Even Flow, we have Jeremy, we have Black.
Yeah, Jeremy's a good one too. I like that one too.
Oh yeah, Jeremy's good. We have Yellow Ledbetter. Alive.
Let me see. What are the
Alive, the first big hit.
Alive is a good one too.
Oh yeah, you know what? When it comes to Pearl Jam, there really isn't much that's bad, to be honest. Really.
Rockin' in the Free World.
Oh god.
I'm just looking at more songs than they did a Rockin' in the Free World in Italy live video online.
Neil Young was pretty cool.
Yeah.
You know, so. But back to the conversation here on Gorilla Blood Radio on GorillaBloodRadio.com. Man.
What were we talking about before? I completely lost what we were talking about.
We were talking a little bit about pro wrestling. We had mentioned Nick Bockwinkel and his eloquent use of the English language. And if you notice in the song we played, I don't mind stealing bread from the mouth of decadence.
That's a word you don't normally hear in
rock. Yeah.
Shoot, in general, in any kind of music, it's like, again, music has changed over the years.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, beforehand, I'm going to leapfrog you and your generation and go right to like my grandmother's generation, because they don't make them like Sinatra and Sammy Davis and all those guys anymore. Like, they don't. Now it's like ridiculous. Like the lyrical content is, ridiculous. Some of the stuff is very simplistic, but the older generation did it so much better.
You brought up some great names. I'm in Vegas, man, home of the Rat Pack.
Yep.
You know, Sinatra, Lewis, Martin.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I threw Lewis in there, you know, and Davis Jr., and I threw Lewis in there because a lot of people don't know that Jerry Lewis was not only a great comedian, but he was an awesome singer. People don't know that. He had a great voice. Did you ever hear him sing, Daniel?
Mm-mm.
Jerry Lewis. Oh, my goodness. Daniel. Jerry Lewis performed some... it wasn't his mainstay was not music. It was definitely the movies and the comedy that he did.
It was just comedy shtick.
But, wow. Jerry Lewis, let me see if I can find him perform.
My brain just goes back to the Future when Doc Brown asks Marty McFly, "Who's the president?" And he says, "Ronald Reagan." He goes, "Ronald Reagan, the actor?" Who is his Secretary of State? Jerry Lewis.
Here we go. Remember that famous movie, The Nutty Professor, the original?
Glavin.
Listen.
You'll be thrilled. Believe you me. Sit and listen and watch.
Buddy Love Jr.
Mood is wrong. Mood is wrong. Innkeeper. Got sexy lights? Lay it on me. Better. Now watch, baby. Every move a picture.
That old black magic has me in its spell. That old black magic that you weave so well. Those icy fingers up and down my spine. The same old witchcraft when your eyes meet mine. The same old tingle that I feel inside. And then that elevator starts its ride. And down, down, down I go, round, round, round I go like a leaf that's caught in the tide. I should stay away, but what can I? I hear your name, and I'm a flame.
Where you stepping, Daniel?
A flame with such a burning desire that only your kiss can put out the fire. You're the lover I have waited for. You're the man.
What'd I tell you?
It's good stuff, man. In general, I just like certain things about like this current generation of music. I mean, I'll go on record saying a lot of it is garbage, absolute crap.
Oh, you did it. You went there.
But there's some good things about it, and it's I don't know. It's just a matter of, again, I'm becoming that crotchety old guy, I guess. I don't know. I'm becoming my parents. Your music sucks. Turn it down. But no, I don't know. I mean, I pride myself on finding things I like in every generation of music, and it's I mean, it's pretty cool because I mean, I grew up with listening to my mom and dad's generation of music, and I mean, anywhere from the Beatles to the Stones to CCR to up through the 80s and the early 90s of top 40 stuff. John Cicada, John Cougar Mellencamp, Bonnie Raitt, and names you probably don't hear very much. I mean, some of them anyway. But again, then I got into my own little thing, and I listened to hip hop and things like that. And '90s was like the pinnacle, I think, for hip hop. The late '90s, mid to late '90s. And then, I mean, for me, I caught back up with my mainstream rock and roll, the Seattle sound. I probably got into more so after the fact. The Nirvanas and the Alice in Chains and stuff like that, and even the Smashing Pumpkins. I didn't get into Smashing Pumpkins till like the late '90s, and they had already been a band for a while. So,
wow.
Even the Foo Fighters, because I mean, we'd mentioned Nirvana, and Dave Grohl was the drummer in Nirvana. So, and then he became the front man for the Foo Fighters. So
let's see what Daniel knows here, real quick. Like,
oh gosh,
Daniel,
yes,
heard him or know him? Heard them or know them? That's going to be your response. I either heard them or I know them.
Okay.
Okay? I either heard them or I know them. The Pretenders.
Know them only one song. I would walk 500 miles. Yeah. No, that's the Proclaimers. My bad. Ha ha. I'm an idiot.
You are dumbass.
I'm a big time idiot.
And hold on. Give me 1 second.
Where's the Price is Right? I was gonna say, where's the Price is Right losing horn?
Multiple. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm an idiot. Yeah, I know who the Pretenders are, but I'm blanking now because I have the Proclaimers stuck in my head.
Oh my goodness.
That's freaking terrible.
Just for that, a little punishment for Daniel here, real quick. Playing
Oh, that's the Rush Limbaugh song.
You know what this is, huh? Listen to this. Listen to what he says. We're playing the song, Daniel.
I hear the song.
She says. Karaoke time, Daniel.
I went back to Ohio, but my city was gone. There was no train station, there was no downtown.
Look how Woolworth might have died.
South Town had disappeared.
That goes out of that.
All my favorite places, my city had been pulled down.
All right, I better stop this because
I know that song only because I am going to out myself as a conservative. That's the Rush Limbaugh song. That's the intro song to his show.
My city was gone.
No, whatever that song was, I literally hear that song every time I listen to Rush Limbaugh. You hear the dan 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 dan, and so yeah, I'm used to hearing him doing his radio voiceover, say Rush Limbaugh on the EIB golden microphone, doing this show with my brain tied behind my back to make it fair for everybody else.
Oh God!
I mean, I'm a Rush Limbaugh fan. I just outed myself.
That
there
was from the Pretenders' "Learning to Crawl" album, and it was called "My City Was Gone," and it's written about a place that's very near and dear to my heart, Akron, Ohio, because Chrissie Hynde and the Pretenders came from Akron, Ohio.
Okay.
As did another band, Daniel. Know them or heard of them? Devo.
Yes, I absolutely know who they are.
Mark
Whitney.
Witherspoon.
Whip It Good. Everybody knows Whip It.
Yeah, but they don't know anything else by Devo. They just know Whip It. And
I don't know the
Stupid
name
Hat.
of the song, but they actually used a cover of it with permission from Devo themselves on the MTV show hosted by Rob Dyrdek. God, what was the name of the damn show now? They basically was like their version of like, hey, we're gonna play YouTube videos of people like hurting themselves by accident. I can't think of the name of the damn show, but it's the one that goes, yeah, 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 yeah.
Okay.
I don't know what the name of the song is, but I know that's a Devo song.
There's a lot of Devo songs. Let's see.
Let's
Let's see.
Yeah.
Are we not men? We are Devo.
Yeah,
How many people here tonight believe?
the show is called Ridiculous.
Shenanigans here and bringing our buddy into this. Now, everybody out there listening, going forward, Daniel and I are going to pretend like we've never been recording. So when Scott hears the first 47 minutes of this special episode, he will think that we are just starting right now. So we're going to bring Scott NDX in. Is that cool with you, Daniel?
Sure.
All right, we're going to play a ruse on Scott NDX here tonight. We're trying to call him on the Skype right now. Just having a good time here, right, Daniel? Right? We are Devo. D-E-V-O. Hello, 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 and welcome to the world of the insane. That would be Daniel Correa and myself, the Boobs, here on Gorilla Blood Radio. How are you? Joining us, Scott NDX, Daniel Correa. I am the Boobs. This is Gorilla Blood Radio at GorillaBloodRadio.com. We are pod people now. Scott, how do you like being a pod person?
As long as I don't start yelling at the end of the movie like Donald Sutherland, I think we're good.
Okay. Daniel, your feelings on becoming a pod person?
I don't know, but I actually just watched a movie with Donald Sutherland last night. It's so funny that you mentioned that name.
Was it part of Swartzanovember?
It was part of Swartzanovember.
Oh, wow. Let's start off right now then, I guess, with some Swartzanovember talk. Daniel, your Swartzanovember movies of the week.
Well, let's have Scott. Scott just got here,
Okay.
so
How much did I miss?
Nothing.
Oh, we just started?
Yeah.
we were just hanging out and listening to music.
Yeah, we was listening to some Devo and some Chrissy Hind and the Pretenders.
And I made a stupid comment thinking the Pretenders were the Proclaimers.
I would walk 500
And I
miles
actually-
and I would.
Yeah.
The best version of that song was on Family Guy.
Don't even. Don't. I will fight you, Boobs. I will fight you hard.
No, the Proclaimers are pretty. That song is pretty
That's
cool.
the only song I know by them too.
Well, it's that,
Do they have other songs?
I don't know.
I just know that David Tennant from Doctor Who is like the biggest Proclaimers fan on the planet. And they actually did a music video of like everybody on the cast and crew like dancing to the song, and then the Proclaimers actually make an appearance in the video. It was really funny.
Okay, so,
What have you
We're
watched
doing-
for November?
Swartzanovember.
well, I've kind of slacked off.
Well, but you've also been ahead of the game like me a little bit.
That's true, so I've been lucky there. I think I'm missing one. I have to go down a little farther on the list, don't I? Do I? Yes, I do have to go a little bit farther down on the list. I am technically a day ahead because I have 19 movies watched so far. And since the last episode of Gorilla Blood Radio, I love the sound of that, Gorilla Blood Radio. Doesn't that just flow nicely?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
It sounds
Much better.
so
Sounds sophisticated.
it sounds like we actually know what we're doing.
Yeah.
Boy, are they wrong!
I was gonna say, we're not drinking tea with our pinkies up here.
You know what happened is with the NBC show, they actually let the lunatics run the asylum over here on Gorilla Blood Radio is what happened.
Pretty much.
Pretty much, yeah. So
And I'm proud to be one of those lunatics.
I-
Woohoo! Okay. Arnold Swartzanovember, for those who don't know, is the manliest month of the year, where we spend 30 30 nights watching 30 action movies.
I love the action movie voice, the movie phone voice.
Thank you. I try. And I'm not going to go through the whole list. If you want to hear the previous list, go listen to a previous episode of Gorilla Blood. But since the last time, and I believe the last time I was on, I ended with number 14, Walking Tall.
With The Rock, right?
Indeed.
Not the original with Joe Don Baker?
I have never seen that.
Oh, you'll have to look it up. You know what? I will see if I can get that up at GorillaBloodRadio.com in our movies section.
Yeah, have you seen the update to the website there, Scott?
I have not, because everything has gone to pot lately.
Uh-oh.
We can discuss that later.
Yeah.
First, Arnold Swartzanovember!
Yes.
All right. So, I decided to follow up Walking Tall with a Nicolas Cage night.
Oh, nice.
Gone in 60 Seconds and Con Air.
Mm-hmm.
Haven't seen Con Air in forever. I may have to.
God, I can't stand his accent in it. I still think it's horrible. Apparently, that's like the best Alabama accent he can do. Maybe Alabamans really sound like that, and if it is, I'm never going to Alabama because I'd just be annoyed as hell.
I thought Alabamans sounded like, you sure got a pretty mouth.
Oh, geez.
Squeal like a little piggy.
Well, you have to ask, next time Aaron's around on the show, you'll have to ask him if he's met anybody from Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
He's closer than all of us, so he might have actually had a chance.
So, yeah, I had to watch it, though, because, Gone in 60 Seconds is a fun flick.
Honestly, that will go down as, for me, one of my favorite Nick Cage movies.
I mean, really, people give it a lot of crap, but it doesn't deserve
that
it.
one and Face Off.
Face Off is great. If I had more time that night, I would have watched Face Off. That is my favorite Nick Cage movie. Might be my favorite John Travolta movie.
It's kind of hard when John Travolta has done so many movies of so many different genres.
He really has. I mean, if it isn't Face Off, it's going to be Grease.
Oh, I was hoping and praying to God you weren't going to say Hairspray with him as the woman.
Oh.
I have never seen it, even though I really want to.
Oh my God, it's so weird to see him, and I'm like, I know that's him as a woman in a fat suit. It's just weird.
The original Hairspray did star Divine, who was essentially just a dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, a pretty talented.
It was a transgender dude, But let's be honest, that was when she broke out, because before that, she was just a weirdo in John Waters films.
Yeah, big time weirdo. Oh, yeah.
Okay. So what else have you added to your
Pink
list
Flamingos.
Here? Huh? What did Boobs say?
Pink Flamingos.
Yeah, we're going to pass on that. Although it looks like John Waters might be getting some Criterion Collection soon, so that's going to be interesting.
They're gonna.
I want to see the bonus features on that.
Oh, I don't. Are you wrong?
No, dude, I want to hear the stories about it. That's what the bonus features usually are.
Oh, my God.
Especially with Criterion Collections.
Well, I know some stories about what happened with Divine in there, but I won't talk about them on any show because they're rather disgusting.
Well, if you watch the movies, you know one of them, and it's rather true and disgusting. I mean, yes. These are messed up films. John Waters had problems. Still does.
Yeah, a lot. But,
Hell, his first crush was Alvin the Chipmunk.
What?
I kid you not.
I'm confused.
So was he.
Maybe more so than me.
Oh, hell.
Anyway, after that, I decided to watch The Incredibles.
Nice.
Finally got myself a copy and decided to watch The Man with the Iron Fists.
Mm.
And I don't care what anyone says. It might be a horrible film to some, but I just find it awesome.
Didn't they make a second one?
Yes, they did. I need to see it.
Okay.
I'm looking forward to eventually watching it. And, of course, Arnold Swartzanovember is not complete with at least one Arnold Schwarzenegger film, The Last Stand.
Nice.
I was hoping for Total Recall.
There's still, several days left in the month.
You could end the month. Your last movie of the month, I'm going to tell you, should be Jingle All the Way.
That's not an action movie.
It is.
No, it's not.
It's an action comedy.
If you watch it, if you do watch it and count it on your list, it has to happen on Black Friday. That's the only time you can watch that movie and have it be an action movie.
Home on Black Friday.
Huh?
That's if I'm home on Black Friday.
Okay.
Like I said, I just think it is an action movie. He's out for the action figure. He's running around malls and everywhere else, getting in fights and arguments with people over a stupid action figure. Geez, does that sound like any date? Yeah, Black Friday. There you go.
Yeah.
Anyway, on with your list, Scott and DX.
That was it.
That was it? Well, no.
Yeah, I ended on The Last Stand a few days ago because, well, I've been busy.
Well,
Yeah.
I have watched a couple of action movies. I got started late here, but I've been watching on my little Roku. I've been watching some things there. I saw The Crippled Masters. I don't know if you know about this kung fu film.
No.
Yes, it is a 1970s genre kung fu film. Pardon me, it's a 1980s kung fu film featuring the Crippled Masters, and the plot is quite simple. The master of the Crippled Masters basically decided that they knew too much kung fu, so he cut one of the guy's arms off, and he cut the other guy's legs off. And they pair up to become this dynamic duo, and it's quite funny because there's a whole scene where the guy with the legs and no arms has the guy with the arms and no legs on his back, and they're like fighting back to back and sort of like, you know, they're one person. It's very, very bizarre.
My brain went to South Park and the cripple fight.
No, this makes that look really, really professional.
That's funny.
Oh, this movie is a horrible, horrible kung fu genre movie, and it was from the 80s of all eras. But it is an action comedy, if you want to call it that, because of the topic. And I'll tell you what, they may have known kung fu, but they knew very little in this movie. I'll give it that. And it's pretty cool because the guy with no arms has like this little stump, and he picks up a stick and he starts twirling it and he kicks people's asses with it. It's pretty cool. You might look that up. It's called Crippled Masters. And on top of that, I have been watching a lot of Kaiji, which I would say, even though it's Kaiji, qualifies as
Kaiju.
Kaiju, whatever you want to call it. I don't care.
No, it's not whatever you want to call it. If you're gonna, Kauji sounds like, you know, some sort of weird cow fetish.
It is.
That's like a cow
Well,
from
then
the
these are
hood.
movies I don't need to hear about.
Cow from the hood, a cowgy.
Leave Bessie alone.
Kaiju.
Leave
Kaiju monsters.
alone. No, you're right. I spelled it right. Kaugi. Right?
No, Kaiju.
Yeah, I got it inverted there. I'll have to fix that.
Kaiju.
Oh, don't get on me. I'm only copying what I see on the damn.
Well,
Somebody
stop stealing stuff off the internet.
Well,
Unless you spell correctly when you steal it.
how else are you supposed to get content for a website? That's what all the other ones do. I've been to them. They're all stealing everybody's stuff.
I love the fact that even as Boobs is making the website for Gorilla Blood, under the YouTube section, YouTube crap. Waste some time watching videos or watching some crappy YouTube videos. We didn't make them. We stole them. I love his brutal honesty.
It's not like we put any effort into putting anything up.
Well, Boobs has a little bit. And I posted up a little compilation video that I found about the lovable, inaudible fat bastard known as Don Vito, who passed away this past week. You know who Don Vito is, right, Scott?
Oh, I forgot.
Don Vito Margera from
Oh, damn! I'm surprised he lived that long.
Yeah. And so it's really funny because basically he's he just babbles half the time. They got to put sound little captions for him.
You know the
And they didn't have half the words in the captions. I mean, it was more or less like gibberish.
Yeah, it was funny.
You know the sad thing is you're talking about the man. What was his latest and greatest accomplishment in life?
Don Vito?
Mm-hmm.
He actually lost a ton of weight.
Well, no, he actually was brought up on criminal charges, remember?
No.
The man was charged with molesting young children.
Oh, I had no idea about that.
Yeah, that was not too long before his death. That's why when I found out he died, I was thinking, what, did he take his own life? Because he was undergoing investigation for...
Oh, you updated my post and posted the picture of his mugshot. I had no idea.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, he was brought up on charges, dude. Yeah.
Well, that's all kind of sucks.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Well, I should take lovable out of it now. Out of the post. That's terrible.
well,
I didn't realize that.
When you posted it, I'm like, what the? But I didn't change a thing. I just wanted to,
Well, that was the TMZ thing. I posted the TMZ article, and they never mentioned it.
Of course not. They don't want you to remember that this man was most recently, like a few months ago, charged with child molestation.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Okay, well, fuck that guy then.
He supposedly had molested somebody at a signing or something like that.
Wow, holy shit.
Yeah. And,
fuck that guy.
yeah. Just rip
Oh,
that.
that just put a halt to the show.
Well, no, because we're going to go forward from there, and we're going to discuss.
Oh, do I get to go through my Swartzanovember stuff?
Yeah, but I gotta tell you about the the two movies I watched that really got me, and I want everyone out there, go to GorillaBloodRadio.com, go to our movie section, go down to the kaiju movies, and scroll to the end of the list.
Kaiju, it's
Return of
L'chaim! Moo!
Oh, that's a kosher cow. Anyhow,
Daniel, that's where you insert a wah wah.
All right. You want to check out Attack of the Super Monsters and Return of the Dinosaurs. These movies are from the 80s. They're like part anime, part kaiju, part something else. They're just really odd movies, and you've got to watch them because they're actually pretty interesting, but they're just odd. They're just odd. There's a look.
Boobs. Boobs. Are they odd?
They are odd. Listen. Guys, I'm going to play you a little clip from Attack of the Super Monsters. The beginning of this movie is a T-Rex. Okay, and I'm going to play what T-Rex. This is T-Rex that you're going to be hearing here in a brief second.
70 million years ago, the creatures known as dinosaurs mysteriously disappeared from the planet Earth. It was thought that they would never be seen again. But in the year 2000, the people of Earth were amazed and terrified by the greatest catastrophe ever known to mankind, the reappearance of the dinosaurs.
Dramatic.
The Earth is ours! For millions of years, they had hidden in their secret underground caverns, developing an intelligence equal to that of man, and dreadful powers far beyond those of humankind. What was their purpose? Why had they suddenly reappeared? The answer was a fearful one indeed. You will all be destroyed!
I don't know what I'm listening to anymore.
Oh.
I kind of like it. It's silly.
Yes, listen to T-Rex. King Tyrannus, as he is known.
Destroy! Destroy them! Kill them!
Kill them. Destroy. Yeah.
That's very, very weird.
You have to go watch the very, very weird movie at GorillaBloodRadio.com in our movie section underneath the kaiju, which has now been fixed. I have fixed my spelling error.
Yay!
Watch Attack of the Super Monsters. And you can see the goofiest freaking super monsters you've ever seen in your life. Yeah. King Tyrannus. Just kill them. Destroy. Kill them.
Well, you're not going to leave them alive.
Well, no, not when the dinosaurs are actually trying to take over the Earth. I think this might have been like some of the Gamera stuff and some Godzilla stuff that was actually made for kids' TV back in the day.
Sorry.
Oh, well, and I'm going to let you know that on a shit scale rating, that movie only rated a 3. It should be a 5, But it is kind of cool to have the anime and the kaiju together in just one shitty movie. So it only garnered a 3 on the shit scale rating. So, but it's a pretty good movie. It is pretty good. It is some of the weirdest shit ever made, though. It is out there weird. Yeah. Scott, I'm sure you're gonna love it.
Or completely hate it.
Or completely.
I mean, I don't love every horrible film. I'll watch every horrible film, but...
Well, you know what the first horrible movie I posted up was, don't you? It's your favorite horrible film of all time.
Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah, man, that's your favorite one of all time, ain't it?
I wouldn't say it's a favorite. It's absolutely atrocious, though.
His favorite bad movie of all time.
And we do have almost complete collection of the classic Gamera movies up. I think I have 1 or 2 to get. We have Gamera vs. Giron, Gamera vs. Ziggurat, Destroy All Planets is up there. A couple of really crappy science fiction movies, including the absolute worst sci-fi film ever made. Scott, what would that be? Probably the worst movie ever made.
Santa Claus Conquers the Martians.
No, I'm saving that for the December holidays. I have a few holiday films.
What could be worse than that?
You stupid people. That's Daniel or Scott, you know the quote? Let me read you from the Post. In California, an old man grieves for the loss of his wife, and on the next day he also dies. However, the space soldier Eros and her mate Tana use an electric device to resurrect them both, and the strong Inspector Clay that was murdered by the couple. Their intention is not to conquer Earth, but to stop mankind from developing the powerful bomb, Solobanite, that would threaten the universe. When the population of Hollywood and Washington, D.C. sees flying saucers in the sky, a colonel, a police lieutenant, a commercial pilot, his wife, and a policeman try to stop the aliens. When the aliens invoke Plan 9 from outer space. Yeah, that garnered a 5.
He's got cried.
Now, on the shit scale rating.
Oh, God. I saw that at the same time I saw Troll 2.
Oh, my God.
That was a double feature from hell.
A double shit fest.
Oh, we drank well that night.
Yes. Now, because we only offer up 5 steaming, heaping piles of stinky shit in our rating scale, this movie garnered 5. However, there is a note at the bottom that says this movie really deserves 1,000,000 heaping, steamy, stinky piles of shit. Because it is just that bad. You stupid humans.
I have an Ed Wood collection.
Do you have Glenda?
Yes.
That is one of the worst movies, but it's also pretty cool because, it's one of the first movies to deal with that subject matter, you know? He was really
Still. Still.
Yeah. Then the way he loved that Angora sweater, didn't he?
That was $10 I will never get back, but I noticed that it's actually really rare now, the set that I bought. The two disc set with like 5 movies in it.
Ed Wood was one of the first true independent producers and directors out there, wasn't he? One of the first true independents. So
it's because no one wanted to give him money for his shitty movies.
He ended up making shitty movies though, and becoming very famous for his shitty movies.
That he did.
And you and I both know that some of Ed Wood's technique and stuff like that has been used by other people to make movies.
Well, it's not that hard to put, a hubcap on a string.
Well, it wasn't a hubcap. It was actually a kid's model, a toy model on a string.
Might as well have been a hubcap.
It could have been a hubcap. And then the fact that they made the movie with Bella, and that by Bella I mean the legendary Bela Lugosi, God rest his soul, died of morphine addiction. Bella passed away after they shot one scene with him, and so he had this guy that had similar eyes hold a cape over his face for the rest of this piece of schlock called Plan 9 from Outer Space. Anyway, on with the show, and Daniel Correa, your Swartzanovember.
All right. For my Swartzanovember, I think I left off after I did my WWE Studio binge. Did both the Marine 3 and Marine 4 and 12 rounds 2 and 3 as well. Yes. No. I think that's where I left off.
You did something.
Okay. Well, since then, I watched the 2015, you could call it an action comedy. It is more of an action movie. Pixels, the Adam Sandler film. I liked it. Had harkened back to the 80s arcade games and things like that, where basically Earth is getting invaded by an alien race because in 1980s, they sent a copy of the videotape from the video game competition out in a time capsule, and the aliens apparently thought it was a declaration of war against them. So I'm dead serious. It sounds like one of your bad movies too, right? But
Yeah, that doesn't sound too appealing.
yeah, it actually was pretty good. I kind of liked it. So then I went back and I watched Lara Croft Tomb Raider from 2001, which, again, not a bad movie, but definitely nice to watch for obvious reasons. Not acting, the actress.
So a little bit of asking then.
Yeah, Lara Croft, the character, was casted perfectly. Basically, that's the best way to say it.
All right.
And then I did get a Schwarzenegger movie in for Schwartzanovember. And no, it was not Batman and Robin, thank God. It was Terminator Genesis. I had a couple of Redbox coupons, so freebies, so I got Pixels and then I got Genesis. And then last but not least, yesterday I saw it on my on demand on my cable box. So I figured, hey, what the hell? I watched The Hunger Games again.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry that you watched anything that has to do with a child's novel. I feel bad for you, Daniel, but
I like The Hunger Games.
Well, I understand, and Scott, you can understand why he watches these things, so he can relate to the students at Arroyo High School.
Sure, maybe. But the next one I'm probably going to watch since I watched The Hunger Games is Battle Royale.
I was about to say, if you're going to watch The Hunger Games, do it right and watch Battle Royale.
I know. I
haven't even seen Battle Royale yet, but I know it's better.
Oh my God, dude!
Hey.
Yeah, you gotta watch it. It's amazingly gory. I love it.
So
It's such a good movie.
If I went on a Lord of the Rings binge, would that count for action?
No, because 90% of the movie they're walking.
Oh, that's action.
That's like
Inaction.
Yeah, it's minimal.
You know what? I'm going to go on a Dirty Harry binge. That's action. That's right.
We can accept that.
Huh?
We can accept that.
Yeah, I'm going to go. I have not sat and actually watched my Dirty Harry films in a long time. Yes, I am a fan of the Dirty Harry films. My name is Harry the Boobs Bob. Yes, I'm a huge fan of those Clint Eastwood films. I'm actually a fan of Clint Eastwood. I think he's a very talented actor and a pretty damn good director. Pretty damn good director.
That's about as much action as he gets nowadays.
Yeah, but he doesn't have to get that much action. His name alone. Has he done a crappy movie that he's actually produced or directed yet?
No.
Exactly.
Apparently, people didn't like that baseball movie.
The which one? The baseball one?
Yeah.
I liked it.
You're in a minority then.
I did. That's the one. His daughter is like some hotshot lawyer, and he's a scout. Yeah. Or, I can't remember what professional team it was. I can't remember if it's the Yankees or something else. But
I liked him in Gran Torino. That was a good movie. I like that. All the Dirty Harry films, of course.
And you know what? It's funny. It just factoid popped into my head. Didn't he, again, chick flick, but kind of, I guess. Didn't he direct Bridges of Madison County or something like that?
Yep.
Which totally blew my mind when I heard that for the first time.
Like, he's got some range.
Yeah. So.
And that's always a plus when you're a director.
Yeah.
And a producer and an actor and, come on. Clint Eastwood has showed his versatility throughout his career. I mean, he started off in some spaghetti westerns, some of the greatest movies ever made too, like The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, High Plains Drifter.
Two Mules for Sister Sarah.
That's a good movie.
I just love that title though.
It's not a donkey film like you're thinking from Jay and Silent Bob.
I'm sorry. Yeah, it just made me think of Clerks too.
No, it's not that kind of a Two Mules for Sister Sarah.
Interspecies erotica.
That was one of the sickest scenes ever filmed, and I got to applaud Kevin Smith for doing that. That's funny.
Kiki Kelly and her sexy steed.
Yeah, and it wasn't what you thought.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, no. Oh, they actually shut down the burger shop for all that. Oh, no, you think they'll ever
I forgot how funny that movie was. I gotta go back and watch that one. I got that one on DVD too. But
that one scene would qualify it as an action film, Daniel.
oh jeez.
No, I wouldn't. Stop that.
Yeah, no, I'll wait for DV December for that
Hey,
one.
would Mallrats be an action film?
Fly, fat ass, fly. Sorry.
No. I think the only Kevin Smith film we can include is Red State.
Oh yes,
That
the best
one was, dude, that was so dark.
intense.
Still haven't seen it.
Oh, dude, yeah, it's really good. You gotta watch it.
Intense. Oh my god, and probably the best film he ever made. And that's saying something because Chasing Amy is just a great movie. Clerks.
I was never a huge fan of Chasing Amy.
The original Clerks probably had the best dialogue, but
Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back would be an action film. I mean, they're everything.
that would be in the realm of an action movie,
film.
yes. Because of the scene at the end where Bluntman and Chronic are fighting the evil cockknocker, who's played by Mark Hamill.
Not again.
What?
That's what happens when he gets a cock-knocking hand cut off.
Yeah. Oh my god, I haven't thought about that movie in so long, dude. That movie was hilarious.
It was great.
Well, that is a great film.
Oh.
If he ended there, it would have been fine. We did not really need Clerks 2.
Yeah.
Not that I argue about watching Clerks 2.
It's a good movie.
I agree. I'm just saying we didn't need it.
Well,
No.
There's a rumor going around that Kevin Smith is going to be filming Chasing Amy 2.
Oh gosh.
With the return.
I've heard the rumor of Mallrats too.
Mallrats 2, I've heard.
Yeah.
Well, I've heard a lot of
Chasing
2
Amy
movies.
2. After all this time, they can't just catch her already?
Yeah.
You know.
Chasing Amy 2. Catch me if you can.
Hey, he made the movie about so and so and Michelle make a porno.
Oh, Zach and Miri make a porno.
Make a porno. Yeah.
I think he only wrote that.
Yeah, he wrote it. You know why he did that?
Just basically so Jason Mewes could have a job.
No. He actually, him and Jason Mewes do a college circuit, and they're going to be here in Vegas. They're going to be up in Reno. November.
They were actually here during Comic-Con.
Yeah, they do a sit down where they talk about their careers and Jay and Silent Bob and everything else, because Kevin Smith is a cult figure. He's a down to earth human being. He's like the average ordinary Joe. Kevin Smith actually reminds me a lot of Daniel Correa.
Which is funny because at one point in time I actually looked like Kevin Smith.
Yeah, he's your average ordinary guy who just happened to get lucky and made a movie.
Thank God he didn't stick with that.
Yeah. He happened to get lucky and made a movie that became a huge hit and a major
Off a credit card.
Yeah. And
basically while the store was closed at night and then had to work the morning the next day.
Yep. At the store that he was filming in. Yep.
Yeah.
So
and then had to clean up everything after like having the fight with all the candy and all the stuff like that or whatever. Yeah, that was legit stuff. But the funny part, if you get a chance to watch some of the what's it called? Some of the behind the scenes stuff, they actually talk. Kevin Smith talks about Jason Mewes and how they had to teach him how to be himself on camera because he was like trying to like. He thought he acted a lot different, but they like had to like really say, dude, no, you don't act like this. You're like you're trying to be something that you're not on the camera, but like the whole idea of him saying snoochie boochie bitches or whatever like that, he does in public, and then he couldn't do it when they first started filming.
Hey, I respect a lot of Jason Mewes, man. The man is
That guy, man,
he's had a
he is
hard life.
one weird cat.
Yeah, but he's had a hard battle, man. He's dealt with that heroin addiction that he's had for decades. That Kevin Smith, it says a lot about the character of Kevin Smith that he is stuck by Jason Mewes for all these years with all his addiction and all his problems, man.
You guys ever watch Comic Book Men?
Yeah.
I tried. I couldn't get into that shit.
It basically kind of is like us without the vulgarity. I mean, it's just us kind of bullshitting, and it's them kind of bullshitting about what happened in the store, and they do their own little podcast thing. But I mean, it's kind of like Pawn Stars with comic books.
Pawn Stars. There's
Not
nothing
porn
as
stars, Pawn Stars.
There's nothing as horrible as Pawn Stars.
Yeah. So, yeah, I like it. I just love the fact that they make fun of Ming so much.
Ron Jeremy makes his return to adult movies in Porn Stars. That's right. It all takes place in a seedy little pawn shop in Las Vegas, Nevada. Ron Jeremy stars as Dick, the domineering father.
Oh, jeez.
There's Chubby.
Nope.
This is going the route of something that happened way back when on the Bad Blood show, I think. Because Scott, you were around for this. Boobs, you were probably listening in back when. You remember the stupid cheesy chip commercial that Nick tried to do?
Cheesy chips.
I wanted to say this before you start. On Tuesday, out of nowhere, I thought about cheesy chips and I started laughing my ass off.
Oh my
I
God.
kid you not.
Wait. Dude,
I just randomly thought about the cheesy chip, how idiotic of a concept it is, how idiotic Nick was for it, and how fucking bad his commercial was going to be. And I couldn't stop laughing.
That was so great, man. I don't know. Harry, do you know what we're talking about at all?
yeah, if you remember right, you and me and Nick were talking one night, and he was describing cheesy chips to me, and I'm like, Nick, they're fucking nachos.
Yeah, nachos or
Deep-fried
quesadillas.
nachos.
Like, it's like, dude,
Quesadillas.
yeah, it was bad. Like, he explained it one way to you, and he wasn't even explaining it the way he explained it to us when he was first trying to do it. And then it got to a point where it was a running gag where he would try to do a commercial, and then one of us would interrupt him every time he tried to
bullshit.
Oh my God, yeah, it was part of our post-show. Oh, it's so funny. And then at one point in time, another cast member who shall not be named went and changed the Wikipedia for quesadilla. And it just said cheesy chip. And I still have the screen cap somewhere here on my computer. Of that, and then he changed it back real quick, but that made me laugh so much.
You have to post that up at GorillaBloodRadio.com.
And I wish Nick probably has the audio from it somewhere, because I don't have the audio. Nick used to do all the recording. But dude, that was so
I'm sure Nick does have the audio, and he will never release it to us.
Yeah. Well, here's the funny part. We can blackmail him for the audio, because I still have the picture of Nick in a dress from losing that bet with Corey.
Oh God, that happened.
Yeah. For those of you who haven't been listening to this show long enough, our friend Nick Anthony, who has been we've been doing wrestling related radio shows with for upwards of 7-8 years?
6 years at least.
I don't know how long it is. He made a bet with our friend Corey Morrow, who we've mentioned before on the show. He lives up in Canada. He's right now being held hostage by a moose.
Still?
I guess so. All of a sudden, the This Week in Wrestling
I thought we
History...
had that settled.
I thought we did too, and then the This Week in Wrestling History's kind of stopped.
Well,
so.
I have it on good authority that the Moose is holding Corey Morrow hostage on the booth and will not let him loose from the booth. Yeah.
He's been trying to joke around and say stuff like that. As soon as you messaged that you were on your way and you were on the bus, Boobs kept saying the boost, and we're doing like a Dr. Seuss rhyme. It's pretty bad, but Nick made a bet with Corey that during the Summer Olympics, because we all know that in the Winter Olympics, Canada's gonna be dominant in any sport in the Winter Olympics. I mean, it's Canada, for God's sake. Nick made a bet with Corey saying that I bet you that Canada does not win a single gold medal in the entire Summer Olympics. Corey took the bet. I can't remember even what Corey put up if he lost the bet. Because it didn't matter. I mean, to me, we just wanted Nick. Nick said he would wear one of his wife's dresses on the webcam when we were doing the show way back when. And they won one single solitary gold medal, and that was in trampoline. And Nick was fucking pissed. And yet he actually
you blame him.
No, I don't, but he held up his end of the bargain, which is pretty funny, and thank God I have a quick finger on the shift print screen button. So, otherwise, we wouldn't have the proof that it actually happened.
I've seen that picture, and it wasn't just a dress. It was a wedding dress.
The one that I have.
Dress.
Huh? It was more of like a flowery, if I remember correctly. Like more of like, a sundress type thing. I don't remember being a wedding dress. I gotta find that picture. I know it's on one of my hard drives here, but
either that or Nick sent me a picture of him in a wedding dress.
You sure that wasn't Dennis Rodman?
No. I'm pretty sure it was Nick Anthony. He airbrushed it.
Maybe. Photoshop. Yeah.
I wasn't really there.
It wasn't me. I wasn't there.
All right. Oh man, so yeah, that was my list for Swartzanovember, and then we got way off topic here. I don't even know where
we're still talking about that.
I don't know where the hell we were going with all this stuff. I don't know. That was funny. We got on the cheesy chip, and I can't say cheesy chip without laughing.
Are you having a mini stroke, Daniel?
Yeah, mini stroke. That one hurted. Oh man.
Poor bastard.
Nick is
you know what's funny? I had to explain to Boobs the other day. You remember, Scott, when we started using the tagline for the original P-Dub, because Mama said this would be a good idea. He snorts. That's great. Oh man, I had to explain to Boobs that one, that one of our former co-owner manager people basically pitched the idea to his mom, and his mom said, "Hey, that would be a great idea." So, and it was a really, really bad idea at the time, apparently. So,
was it?
Yeah, eventually it turned into a better idea once it was under good management, because that turned into Pro Wrestling 24/7 down the line. So,
yeah, what we had before wasn't. Yeah.
The original, PWF stuff that we did was not managed very well.
I got to say something too. Speaking of Nick Anthony, Nick is under the weather this week. So we're gonna.
Yay!
There's going to be a very special Pro Wrestling 247 show on Podbean NBC Sports on Demand this week, featuring Daniel.
Audio Boom.
Yeah, Audio Boom. There we go.
You said Podbean. I was like, what the hell?
I got an email from Podbean.
I haven't heard of Podbeam since I freaking used to listen to Chikara podcast at Go-Go.
But we're going to be doing a very special wrestling show for NBC here for the NBC show.
Minus Nick Anthony. Guess what? Me and Scott get to be on it.
Yeah, a very special look at the Survivor Series.
So get your swearing in now, Scott.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. So I'm getting mine in too, damn it.
So what are we doing? I don't know what's going on.
We're doing Gorilla Blood. This is sort of like a train wreck meets a gorilla and causes blood. Gorilla Blood.
Smash.
Hulk smash. Well, you know what we'll do? I promised Daniel I would annoy him with some Pearl Jam. He hasn't given me a song yet. So why don't we take a quick break here, play a quick track from Eddie Vedder and the Boys in Pearl Jam at the request of one Daniel Correa. And,
which one are you playing?
Well, you give me one. I told you, give me one.
Like Jeremy.
You want to hear You just want to hear it because it's about its overflowing sexual content. Okay, we'll play some Jeremy here. We'll be right back after this. And I forgot to mention this is Robot Karaoke, so
At home and drawing pictures of mountain tops with him on top, lemon yellow sun, arms raising me.
We are back here on Gorilla Blood.
Say, like, we're podcasting. It's like a matter of listening to it. It's fine, but we're podcasting. Do we really have to listen to it?
Oh, I had to put some music in there to get the clip, so I know
Okay.
where to cut. Because what happens, folks? You're listening to some technical crap here about podcasting on Gorilla Blood Radio on GorillaBloodRadio.com. Man. Scott, how do you feel about having a website?
We have arrived.
About time.
You guys know I'm excited. I'm over there posting up movies and stuff. I want to get our movie section up. I want Scott to give me some movies to look for and put up there that are really, really horrible. Because that's the whole point. If you're going to entertain yourself, you might as well entertain yourself with mindless stupidity.
Yeah, we also got to get your buddy the Cinemator in on this stuff too, because then he can post more stuff.
Yeah, I would like to get you and Cinemarter or you and your buddies together to do a little, show over on the website dealing with just nothing but movies. Because you guys are like movie experts. You own like how many millions of films? I think Scott owns every movie ever made from every genre ever.
Yeah, I'd never be able to accomplish anything in my life if that was true.
You can barely walk around your apartment.
Didn't you say you had a DVD fall?
An avalanche.
Yeah, I had a accident of epic DVD proportions. They went kablooey.
There was no.
Did you have a cat?
I haven't had a cat in a while.
Okay, because I was going to say, if you did, you probably can't find it now.
Because Scott's cat was the one that said, I have found out that the humans have two hands, yet they only use one to pet me.
Oh, gosh.
Half of love is low. Which is how I feel now.
You know what? It was funny. It was probably like a ghost of your cat that came back and like knocked your DVDs over and said, "Fuck you, I'm a prick."
Did you have any DVD fatalities there? Anything get busted, cracked? Any fatalities?
As in,
the disc got broke. It popped out of the slot and got
shit. I hope not.
Box got. I hate when DVD cases get broke. That makes me mad.
So far, so good with it. Doesn't seem like it's that bad.
I gotta tell you, speaking of that, at work, somebody had thrown out a bag of DVDs.
Oh yeah, he hit the jackpot the other day. He mentioned this to me.
Yeah, I'm gonna. You know what? Let me go through these. Why don't we do something real quick? I'm gonna go grab all this pile of about 15 movies. I'm gonna mention them, and I want you and Daniel to say crap or not crap. You let me know if these are worth my time.
Yeah, he was out there, I guess, doing his rounds, and he found a random bag with a bunch of DVDs just sitting on the ground.
How come I can't get that lucky?
It's just we're getting ready to toss them. With
the unrated director's cut of Saw 4.
Oh, hell yeah.
I've never seen past Saw 2.
I love the whole series, man. Saw is amazing to me.
The HBO Films miniseries Empire Falls with Ed Harris, Philip Seymour Hoffman, who passed away, I believe, Paul Newman, Aidan Quinn, and Joanne Woodward.
No idea what it is.
I have a copy of... Oh, let me open this case because there's no liner for it. Bad Boys 2.
I'm sorry, Boobs.
The only scene I can remember from... I believe that's the one where he says, "You ever have sex with a man? You want to?" I think that's the only scene I can remember in that whole movie. Failure to Launch.
That sounds like a chick flick.
Matthew McConaughey and Sarah Jessica Parker.
Yes, it is.
Something the Lord made. Yeah.
No idea what it is. Who's
tells the emotional true story of two men who define the rules of their time to launch a medical revolution set against the backdrop of the Jim Crow South, working in the 1940s on an unprecedented technique for performing heart surgery on blue babies. Wow.
It's a period picture.
Yeah. The Photographer with Anthony Michael Hall in it. Didn't know he did anything outside of...
Photographer.
Yeah.
Anthony Michael Hall. Was he the one? He was the one who was in the
teen films from the...
Yeah, I was going to say the Breakfast Club.
Yeah, that was him.
He's not a bad actor. You just got to do better movies.
Wasn't he on like the Dead Zone?
I think so.
Yeah, this movie I want to watch just because of Dennis Leary being in it. It's called Dog. D-A-W-G with Dennis Leary.
That sounds familiar too. His comedy's hilarious sometimes, and then other times it's like, yeah, I just can't get over his voice sometimes.
And then I have Lon Chaney's Phantom of the Opera, followed by The Hunchback of Notre Dame. 2-for-1 special type of movie there. I know I like.
There you go.
That's fun.
An HBO Films event. Michael Keaton, Helena Bonham Carter in Live from Baghdad. Looks like...
if you don't like that movie, I will take it because I actually really want that film on DVD already.
The Live from Baghdad?
Yes, I actually really like that movie. It was an HBO show. Yes. Movie. It's an HBO movie.
Towelhead. With
Towelhead?
With Toni Collette. And
I've heard of it.
That just sounds like a really racist joke.
And you know what? Listen, who are you? Jashira Moran, strict Lebanese-born father asked. Jashira isn't sure. She's a typical 13-year-old and an Arab American who's anything but typical to folks in her Houston suburb.
Hey, my stereotyping was actually partially correct.
Kissing Jessica Stein.
Sounds like a chick flick.
It is.
So you really didn't hit the jackpot there.
Well, it's what was there, yeah. The Great Buck Howard. Greatness is a State of Mind. With John Malkovich. Tom Hanks is in it, so it's got to be it's at least a watch because of Tom Hanks being in it. Could be.
Decent movie.
It could be a watch just for John Malkovich.
Yeah, let's say. He's one weird dude, too.
Mulan 2.
Wait, what?
Mulan 2.
Am I that
Does
much?
it have a Disney movie reward coupon in there? Can you open it up and see?
No, no.
Son of a bitch. I need those points.
I know. I have seen this movie, and I know that it is a good film, and not a lot of people appreciate just how
I didn't even know they made it. I was like, wait, when? It was probably one of the straight to DVDs.
Yes.
Yeah, and I'm not talking about the Mulan. I'm talking about Jack Nicholson and about Schmidt.
I didn't really like that when I saw it.
I'm a Nicholson fan, so for me, it's a performance that he had never given before, and that's what I really like. I would be a Schwarzenegger fan if he could do more, if he could broaden his horizons and do...
Oh, I think that's why we all need to watch Maggie. I heard that he's really showed a much different side to himself in that film.
You know, I know he's made a name for himself as an action star, but Schwarzenegger has grown as an actor himself. He's become... and you see that with as corny as Jingle All the Way is, you can see Schwarzenegger developed a sense of a comedian in that movie where he broadened his horizons because he always had that deadpan humor from the Terminator series. You know,
even in Genesis, he brings it back and he smiles.
You know,
and it's like creepy.
Now, I have two more movies. One of them you won't know. The other one is Along Came Polly.
Oh, that's a Ben Stiller movie.
Yeah, and I'm not a Ben Stiller fan, so...
Yeah, neither am I.
So, that is what it is. And a movie, this is a Spanish or a Mexican film. Más negro que la noche. ¿Cuántas vidas tienes?
What? Say it again?
Más negro que la noche. And it looks like a cheap exploitation type film. I don't know what Más Negro.
Más Negro is usually more. I mean,
a lot of
darker than the night.
That could be it.
Like that.
That's what it sounds like. It translates to.
And on the front cover are three of the hottest Latina women you have ever seen in your life. One is dressed in a little nurse's outfit. The other's got like...
It sounds like a Skinamax film.
It might be. It could be. It could be. I don't read good Spanish or understand it. It's a Sony Pictures movie. I'll give you that.
What's the subtitle? Just so I know.
The subtitle?
Yeah, did you said it was? Did it have a subtitle or something? You said something else after
How
that.
many lives? do
It's
you
a
have?
horror film.
Yeah, it looks like they're witches or something. But it says ¿Cuántas vidas tienes? And I know that translates into how many lives do you have? So I'm going to give it a shot. I know it's going to be in Spanish.
Well, they might have English subtitles.
But with the hot babes in it, you got to watch. You got to watch.
It might, honestly, if it's mass produced and distributed by Sony, then yeah, it probably has English subtitles.
So that was a little cache of movies that I had found.
Man, I'm jealous about Baghdad right there.
The Baghdad. I can probably rip that and send you to you as a video file in your email.
I don't want a video file. I want to own the real thing.
Oh, that's got to be the real DVD, not something you could burn.
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
Well, you can't be a collector of films and, Oh, it's a remake of Más Negro que la Noche from 1975.
Okay.
Wait, there's two versions. Which version do you think you have?
It says Experimente el Miedo. Wait, isn't Miedo...
Look for a date on the back.
0.
Okay, year.
Cero miedo. Cero means 0.
2011.
Miedo is fear.
Okay.
An Experiment in Fear. Ooh, I'll have to watch this.
Thank you, Lucha Underground, for the Spanish lesson.
That's about the most I get out of it. I can never learn that damn language.
I took 3 years of it, and I know enough to get me by. If
I took 4.
You took 4, and you still don't know it?
Dude, I can't grasp other languages. I barely speak English properly.
Wow.
You're from New York, so I gotta say, you're a New Yorker and you're Italian. So if you didn't know the language of whether it's Spanish or whatever, just start getting loud. And that's like ingrained in you from New York and Italian.
Por los que habláis español, Scott NDX dice, me tenga 4 años de español y me no habla esto, pero no estudie estos.
Wow, you know Spanish better than all of us.
I know Spanish. Yeah, I have fun out here in Las Vegas because I get to...
Man, that makes me feel bad just how yeah.
Because I get to... I ride a bus to work. I use public transportation out here, and I have the auspicious ability to understand what they're saying. So I'll be on the bus and I'll hear people talking to their girls and thinking that the black folk and the white folk on the bus don't know what they're saying. And I've heard some really, really juicy stuff and some good fights. And yeah, it's pretty cool.
If our friend Brian Perez was here, the bad Puerto Rican that he is, the only sentence he can say in Spanish is, and it's the dumbest sentence ever, "Tengo un gato en mis pantalones."
I have a cat in my pants, huh?
I don't know why that's the one thing that stuck in his head.
Pero yo tengo una anaconda en mis pantalones.
Wah, wah.
And that's how you would say it, too.
Ooh.
Okay.
Hey, we are bilingual.
Yeah, welcome to Gorilla Blood Radio here. We're back. We're here. We're talking about whatever the hell we feel like talking about here tonight. And we've been talking about Arnold Swartzanovember. We've been talking about my movie stash that I found. That Saw movie I will send you, Scott, because I will never watch it. I can't stand Saw films.
I'm not a fan of Saw.
Talk about a collector. That son of a bitch collected bodies. Well, once you found out what the concept was, it was when they brought the man behind the myth to the forefront, and you knew why he was doing what he did, and then it was kind of cool because they went back and showed you why these people were victims.
Yeah, they weave throughout all of their movies. Like, seriously, I was terrified of the first Saw. Mm-hmm. Like, absolutely terrified.
That was a good movie.
And then I went back and watched it before seeing number 2, and I watched number 2, and I was like, okay, this is kind of cool. And then subsequently watching all the other movies, dude, they carefully weave that story in and out of each of the movies, going back and forward in time and storytelling. Dude, it is such a good little story once you can get past the blood, guts, and gore.
And the thing is when you get to meet the guy behind it, and you find out why each one of these people were selected. It wasn't random.
He wants to make sure that those people appreciate what they have because he's dying.
Yeah, and he lost. Some of these people were responsible for the loss of his wife, as he feels. And in actuality, when you see the whole story come to end there, what was that, Saw 4, where it came to fruition?
Well, they went all the way through. They had, 7 movies total, I think.
Yeah, but he was only involved. The other Saw wasn't him. He actually died.
They crafted in other characters and stuff like that to take over and things like that, yeah.
The girl from the first film.
Yeah.
In the second film, she became and knew him.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was part of his plan, and nobody realized that she was in on it once she was taken in as part of the game.
Yeah, and I think the creepiest scene was where he had the two guys chained with a hacksaw.
There was another one that I liked. I think it was the start of.
Are you talking about the
start of number? I think it might have been 4, where it was it was like a pound of flesh. It was like the game that they had to play, and they had this really skinny woman and another like a fat guy, and they gave them each like a couple of different knives. And they basically, in order to win the game, they had to have the most amount of weight on the scale at the end. Well, the fat guy obviously starts cutting off pieces of his flesh. Well, this woman is like really slender and has nothing to cut off. And what she do, she takes the freaking cleaver, just cleaves her freaking arm off and throws it on the scale, and the other guy dies.
And
Jesus.
It was great. I don't know why I like this stuff so much, but I would
have slit the fat guy's throat and threw him on the scale.
Well, no, they were in like separate cages away from each other.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, it was weird. Yeah, I mean, seriously, some of the stuff that they come up with, that's the one thing I think that scares me the most about these movies is if someone's psycho enough to come up with these ideas, there's someone in this world that's psycho enough to do it.
How do you go into a production meeting for something like that?
I don't know. Especially, hey, stunt people, can you make something that looks like a reverse bear trap that would rip someone's head open?
Are you kidding me? People in, prop departments live for shit like that.
Oh, and last night I turned on Sci-Fi, and of all the movies, there are 3 movies that I cannot watch. I cannot stand them. They are so utterly disgusting to me when the first one I watched, and it gave me creeps. It made me sick to my stomach. I do not like those Hostile films.
Oh, Hostile? Oh,
yeah,
no.
I don't like those damn movies.
I can never get into those.
I turn on
Eli Roth, right?
I turned on Sci-Fi last night, and the one where the guy is putting out the lady's eye with a blowtorch. The guy walks in. I paid for this. Okay, here, boom, 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 3 bullets to your skull, and then she jumps in front of a damn train at the end of the movie. What the hell is that?
I can never, watch those. I'm not too into gore itself. I like horror films. I like the older ones because they aren't as
gory.
Yeah, that's not my huge thing about this. I've gotten much better at watching it and enjoying it, but some of it just goes too far. I've actually never watched the Hostel films. I actually had Hostel at one point, and I just gave it away. Like, I will never watch this, so someone else can have it.
Sharing the wealth.
Right, yeah, wealth, sure.
Here on
That's
Radio Sangre Gorilla. Sorry, I had to look it up. We're talking about Spanish.
Más negro que la noche. Yeah, and so the Saw movies are not my forte. The Hostel films, I just no. And whoever made those movies needs to be seriously locked in chains.
Yeah, you got to be some sort of sick fuck to actually think of that and hey, let's put this into production and make a movie out of it.
Could you imagine?
Again?
If people will pay to go see those. They made 7 of them.
I know. And I'm one of them who went and saw them all.
So why the fuck aren't we locking your ass up?
Yeah.
Because I watched it?
Exactly. You're sick fuck enough to go watch it.
Yeah, wait. This is Gorilla Blood Radio, where the inmates have taken over the asylum. So, for all we know, Daniel is being confined right now in a little white jacket that buckles in the back.
Dude, you know what you just made me think of because I saw something earlier. You remember the video game Crash Bandicoot?
Yes.
You remember the Weasel character in that thing, or whatever it was that was locked up, that was always tied up in a straitjacket?
No.
Oh man, there was a
I
Weasel.
never actually played Crash Bandicoot.
Okay.
I only know one weasel. Swiper, no swiping. Oh wait, and Bobby the Brain Heenan.
Yeah.
Wah, wah, wah. You miss your cue every time.
Yeah. I just.
You're not on par today,
I
man.
know. I'm off today. I don't know what's up with me.
You're slipping.
Oh, please. You could not nearly have as off a day as I had today.
Yeah. How's everything going there now that you are the head guy of the program?
Not head guy, second head guy.
Okay.
Head guy there. Got to get our shit together. And, of course, the people that give us our money came in and observed us today. So I had to be in the classroom teaching.
And you had to
a
be
lesson I technically wasn't even really ready for. And it showed. I was not on my game.
Yeesh.
Yeah, it did not feel good. I knew I just wasn't doing well.
That sucks.
Yeah, but it is what it is.
Well, hopefully it doesn't hurt you in the pocketbook.
Oh, it shouldn't unless they shut us down. They really shouldn't have to.
Okay, good.
God, I hope not. Not, I might be moving in with you in Texas.
Yeah.
Hey.
You know,
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to have that outburst. I don't want you to lose your job.
Big news coming out of Texas today, Daniel.
Who did they kill on death row today?
Nobody, Daniel. Today they made it official as of January 2016. Texas becomes the 24th open carry state in the United States of America. That's right. It will be legal to walk down the street with your weapon strapped to your side, ladies and gentlemen.
am I the only one that thought that shit was already legal in Texas?
No, they just made it legal for open carry in the state of
concealed
Texas
carry was legal. Open carry, no.
So that means now I just hang the gun in front of my jock like a normal person.
Yep, you go
basically, or carry your rifle on your back like a normal person.
If you pass all the federal things to be able to purchase a weapon, you can buy the weapon, walk out of the gun store with it, strap it to your side, have it loaded with bullets, and if somebody gives you shit, or some...
Wait. There's 23 other fucking states that allow this?
Ohio, Nevada. Oh, let me look them up. Let me consult the Great Wiki.
That's what bothers me. Wait, there's 23 other states that did this shit before Texas?
Yeah.
Before Cowboy Land?
Yeah, when you make it sound like that, it's pretty funny, huh?
Yo, that shit was built on, open carry permit fucking shit.
Oh,
yeah, no, it's funny. I have a copy of the
here we go.
The gun book on how to all the info so you can go through gun handling training.
Here are our.
I see someone's going to protect his house the old-fashioned way.
Here are your open carry states: Alabama, Alaska, Arkansas, Arizona, Colorado, Delaware, Idaho, Kansas, Kentucky, go figure, Louisiana, and it's a good thing they have open carry after what happened Saturday down there, Maine, Michigan, Mississippi, I think they've been open carry for centuries, Montana, Nevada, New Mexico, North Carolina, the great state of Ohio, home to the Ohio State Buckeyes, number 3 in your rankings in the NCAA BCS Bowl series. They're going into it. Got a couple more games to go. Michigan, you Wolverines, you're going down to the Buckeyes.
Oh, they're playing this weekend, right?
No, Michigan State.
Oh, okay.
I have no idea what the fuck's going on right now.
He's talking about football.
The American possession, and should be our 51st state, known as Puerto Rico, South Dakota, Vermont, Virginia, Washington State, West Virginia, Wisconsin, and Wyoming, and now Texas are all open carry states. That means you go buy the weapon, you pass the federal background check, and guess what? You can walk around with your weapon on your body.
Which is hilarious because basically in most of those states you can buy a weapon and within 20 minutes after you buy the weapon, you have it in your possession. Where in California, it'll take you almost 2 years to get your damn weapon.
Mm-hmm.
I want a gun! No. But I want a gun! No.
Oh, hell. Now, check this out. In New Jersey, they don't have the open carry permit per se, but you can open carry long guns. Is prohibited. However, you can get a concealed permit, but those are very rarely granted. We're talking home of the mob, so one can understand why. And in New Jersey, that would be one state you really do want open carry.
You know what I just thought of? How funny it would be? Like, you always joke around, like, in the movies or something like that, especially, like, something like The Mask or something. You have a freaking Tommy gun down the side of your pant leg, and you have a concealed carry permit trying to walk around all bow-legged or something.
Hey, you can't see it.
Technically, it's concealed.
Is that a Tommy gun, or are you just happy to see me? Oh, my God.
Oh, man.
Isn't it interesting, though? Of all the states, you would think Texas would have been the first open carry state.
Yeah. Be like, remember the Alamo? Yeah, we're not going to put our guns away hidden anymore.
Yeah, we're not going to forget the Alamo. My gun's staying where it is.
Exactly.
Like, now, in Ohio, you can't, actually open carry a gun.
They must have left all the guns in the basement.
Well, you have to have your CPL in Ohio, your concealed weapons permit, your CWP. In Ohio, you have to carry it in a car. Otherwise, you can walk down the street with a gun. And in 2007, the state of Ohio's law superseded all local laws regarding open carry, so it's legal throughout the state. And that's one of the things, too, about some open carry states is that some of it's conditional, that, in certain cities you can't open carry and stuff like that.
Yeah, there was something, I guess, I heard a story about a year ago now. Lady owns a concealed carry permit in, I think it might have been Delaware, and she has to travel to work in New Jersey. And she got arrested and almost had to do jail time for toting a weapon over state lines. Because technically the weapon wasn't legal in New Jersey. Yep. I was like, what? Never heard of something like that before. She got pulled over at a random traffic stop, and I guess they asked her, hey, do you have any weapons in the vehicle? And she had to answer, obviously.
Wow. In Rhode Island, you don't have to have a permit to carry a long gun, but you got to have a permit issued by the Attorney General's office to carry a handgun. That's interesting. In Pennsylvania, you need a permit to carry it in a motor vehicle or in a city of the first class, which is a population over 1 million. Currently, only Philadelphia falls into that category. So I guess everywhere else in the state.
Okay, this is going to sound
lower economic scale. Yeah. I want to be first class.
This is going to sound like a really random question, considering it's nowhere near on topic. Mm-hmm. Scott, have you ever seen that MTV Films movie Joe's Apartment?
Yes.
It's a good movie.
Stupid talking cockroaches.
I love them. They're awesome.
Yeah. I don't know why that popped into my head, and I figured a New Yorker who lives in an apartment who collects movies probably has seen that very, very bad movie.
Oh, of course I have. It's not that bad.
Actually, if cockroaches were like Joe's cockroaches, we wouldn't mind them.
Oh, fuck no. I would never have a cockroach in my house. Fuck that shit.
I was going to say, was that the...
I will burn. Wait. I will burn. Well, no, I won't burn anything, actually. I'll burn my fingers, probably.
Well,
I'm trying to get rid of them.
Look, I'm not saying that you want
that movie was basically the same storyline of Ted.
Speaking of cockroaches, Creepshow, the scene with the scene at the end of that last scene in the movie. Oh my God!
I just bought that shit on Blu-ray a few weeks ago.
The old man in his pristinely clean unit. That is one of the grossest scenes ever in movie history. But Creepshow itself was a pretty good movie, I think.
It was.
Yes, it was creepy, and that's what it was about. And that
I'm going to watch it for the 13 Nights of Creepmas. 13
Nights of Creepmas.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of that, Scott, are you going to go see Krampus?
I don't know if I'm going to go see anything else this year after I saw Spectre.
Oh, I want to go see Krampus at the theater on the big screen just to see how evil Krampus can really be.
Which one? There's 2 Krampus movies coming out.
The holiday horror film.
Because there's another film just called Krampus that's coming out.
Mm-hmm. That's the one I want to see. That's the horror version.
2 Krampus films coming out.
What's the other Krampus film?
I don't know, but there's a Krampus film coming out. I don't know the name of it. Go to horrorsonline.proboards.com and find out for yourself.
That's where you can follow all of our Arnold Swartzanovember stuff, too.
That is true.
Yay.
Krampus is on Twitter, everybody, at Krampus Movie. Yes.
Okay, I don't know who this guy is, Rick Trushard,
Uh-huh.
on horrorsonline.proboards.com. That's his username. Scott, you know people better than I do. But I love the fact that every single time that he posts a movie, he has a little random blurb about the movie. It's kind of cool. But his signature is hilarious because I don't know what it's from. And it's probably from a bad movie because it says, "My movie reviews. Nessie just got eaten by a giant porcupine. On any other day, that would be unusual." What movie is that from?
I have no flippin' clue.
I have a little special greeting here for Daniel. It's for the holidays here. Let me play this real quick, Daniel. It's on topic.
Every winter, families around the world celebrate a mythic figure who brings gifts and holiday cheer. Little do they know that Saint Nick is really old Nick. Santa is Satan! Krampus is one of many names given to Saint Nick's dark helper in Europe, where the tradition of rewarding and punishing children started thousands of years ago. To find out more, go to Krampus.com and check out the new Krampus swag.
Krampus.
Okay.
Yeah, Krampus. A little bit about that. Who is Krampus? It's very important to know who Krampus is.
I don't know.
Does he scare you?
I don't know. If you want to watch a good horror movie, you're going to have to tune into NXT next week. Oh my God. Scott, I don't want to spoil anything for you. But
Then shut up.
Okay, fair.
No, I didn't even watch today's episode yet.
That's what I'm saying. At the end of today's episode, you are going to hate life.
Quit.
Oh!
Stop.
Okay, I'm stopping.
I haven't seen it either, and I want to watch.
Find you, Daniel, and step on your big toe.
That hurts.
I know, exactly.
Meanie.
I've been called worse.
I could probably think of something, but yeah. I don't know if I want to be that vulgar. No.
Hey, Tony Collette's in Krampus. And so is Luke Hawker. He plays Krampus. Wow.
So.
Yeah, on to the next one.
No, seriously, who watched Raw on Monday? Because I didn't.
Oh, dude.
Cable issues. I only got to see Cesaro and Reigns put on a hell of a match.
Dude, yeah. No, all but one of the matches in the tournament were awesome. The only match that kind of sucked was Del Rio and Kalisto.
But Kalisto did beat Ryback.
Yeah. So.
And how good did Prince Pretty look?
He faced R-Truth.
How good did he look, though? He looked good in the ring, didn't he? And I'm not talking about, the gimmick. I'm talking about his ability. My God, he looked good. He looked good. He wow.
Boobs has a man crush on Tyler Breeze.
No, Tyler Breeze belongs on the main roster.
Yeah, he does. He does.
He's just that. Yeah. There's a few more guys that.
I'm sorry. On one forum I go to, apparently Chad Gable is the best thing going right now. Not that I disagree, but was one post has been doing Chad Gable facts of the day.
Oh God.
Would you like to hear Chad Gable's fact of the day for today?
Hell yes.
Chad Gable wrestled bears from the time he was 5 years old until he was 24 years old. He retired from the sport with a record of 3,000 wins and 0 losses. This record is actually superior to Daniel Bryan's, whose record is only 999 wins and 1 loss. that one loss being to a bear that was trained by Chad Gable.
Oh, dude, that's great. I didn't know where you were going with it. Part of me was thinking it was going to be like about like stuffed animals or something. I don't know.
No, they've apparently been doing the Chuck Norris routine for Chad
I
Gable.
know. I love it, dude. That's great.
And it's been so appropriate because he really is that little shining star on NXT right now, isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, everybody's ready, willing, and Gable.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah, man. Speaking
God, that tag that tag team is so good.
hey, you know they're gonna get a title shot run.
Yeah, I hope against the New Day.
New Day.
Hope they move him up and give him that chance.
When will the world realize?
Oh
that New
no,
Day rocks?
but no, the main thing here that you were talking about Raw, Scott.
Yeah.
They had a contract signing for the Divas title match.
Mm-hmm.
And they evoked the memory of one of the late members of the Flair family. Yeah, they actually brought up the fact that like of what's his name, Reed, the one who
the one OD'd.
Yeah, he OD'd.
You think it would have been David Flair the way he looked?
Which is funny because somebody else brought that up and said, "Well, maybe they were talking about David because his career basically died." But
dude, if Jim Brewer wrestled, he'd look like David Flair.
The only reason why I'm thankful for David Flair is because of Stacy Keibler.
There's one benefit to him and Crowbar existing.
Yeah. So, but yeah, no, they evoked the Reed Flair. They went to bringing him up and all, and I guess they said what they were gonna do in a backstage meeting, and they just did it.
Mm-hmm.
Ric Flair had no idea,
and
he was like in tears from what they I guess they made. Somebody interviewed him, and he made comment that he was like really physically upset.
Well, it's how they handled it.
I'm sorry, I can't get upset with stuff like that.
Well, it's not being upset about it, Scott. It's how they handled it because it was an exchange with, for the first time in the history of Monday Night Raw, it ended with a contract signing for a Divas title match with Paige and Charlotte.
Yeah, I missed that because I was able to tune in just for a short time, and I decided to watch Castle instead.
Would you like to
better choice?
Well, would you like to hear that little segment from Raw here? I have the audio.
No, I do not.
It's only 5 minutes long.
No,
screw that.
But
no,
yeah. Dude, honestly, I do not give a shit enough. I'm sorry. It's pro wrestling. Why does everything have to be so politically correct?
Well,
why?
Do you know what it says?
I don't care. Personally, I don't care. It's just a matter of the way everything was brought up. Everybody's like, "Oh my god!" Like, they really screwed the pooch. Like,
I don't think so. This is my opinion of that. It made that angle.
It made
personal. And
it made Paige look like a terrible person.
She's a heel. Why? Yeah.
Like, in general, it made her look like she could have been like they could book her as the reincarnation of the devil.
Oh, probably
and it would probably get over.
But the way they did it, though, what's going to happen is because of that one thing, this one segment on Raw, they have started a feud that will probably go as long as Steamboat Flair ran. Paige and Flair as women wrestlers for the rest of their lives. Think about it. Moolah and Mae Young. You see what I'm saying?
Maybe.
All these
maybe. It's one of those things where you I don't know if you've noticed it, but it's been rather boring in the Divas division since Nikki Bella lost the title. And I never thought I would say that.
Well, that's because part of the thing was we were so wanting Nikki to drop the belt.
Yeah.
We hate Nikki.
The chase is better than the actual...
Well, Charlotte hasn't fucking wrestled anyone.
Yeah, basically.
Maybe if she actually got into the ring and did something other than, I'm the champion.
Yeah, that's not her fault, is it?
No, I'm not saying it is her fault. I'm just saying it is what it is.
that's not her fault. It's the WWE's doing. So,
Bad booking.
yeah, and we all know that booking sucks.
Yay, Survivor Series this weekend. Woo! Yet they still haven't announced the actual Survivor Series match. You've noticed that? They have not officially announced, like, hey...
No, they announced there's going to be one. They just haven't told us who's in it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, by now, you'd think we would have heard about one. I have a feeling it's going to be, like, New Day and freaking... and another tag team against whoever they've been going against recently. So who's the number one contenders? Maybe throw in the Dudleys and a couple and the Usos and somebody else.
New Day in the Ascension.
Maybe, yeah.
By the way,
NXT guys.
Yeah, do you guys know about the main event for NXT London, the first NXT live event from across the seas, across the pond there?
I have no idea how much I wanted to just, up and go. Literally just buy tickets to every show.
The main event is set. And once again, the women are taking center stage.
One match.
Yeah, the women's match. Bayley will defend against Alexa Bliss in London. Oh, yeah.
But also,
that's going to be a very pretty match. I don't think it's going to be on the same level.
They announced one tonight that you'll see. And again, you can obviously make the conclusion of who Finn Balor's going to defend against.
Samoa Joe.
Yeah. So that'll be in London.
No spoilers!
It's not a spoiler. Basically, you knew it was going to happen.
Shut up!
A spoiler would be if I told you that, like, it was going to be a 4-way match adding Baron Corbin and Apollo Crews.
That shit fucking happens, I will fight you.
As of right now, it's not. I swear to God, it's not.
I think I'd rather see Apollo Crews and Corbin go at it solo. That's the way it should be. And you both have dirty minds because you just shut up, so you're thinking.
Jeez, please.
You know what I'm saying. I'd like to see them go one-on-one. Balor
on one. Oh, that's 6 people. Hey, Elimination Chamber.
Oh, dude, you know what's funny? I don't know why it was posted, but I'm glad somebody posted it. Somebody posted a very, very, very sexy, sultry picture of Melissa Santos, the announcer from Lucha Underground.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, jaw on the floor. Damn, she's
And you're not posting in the Skype. Why now?
I will find it again, and I will post it in the Skype, so you can all see it.
Damn, Skippy, you will.
Let's see if I can find it again.
So, who do you think is going to be facing off against Dash and Dawson? The returning Enzo and Cass, or do you think that the
is Cass going to come back that quickly? They really fucked up his knee.
Yeah, probably.
I don't know if he will.
Probably not. Is it a work or is it real?
Oh, I think it's legit. I think he had to take time off.
Well, they made it look legit.
Why can't we have Enzo?
A hell of a beatdown.
God, get Enzo out here. They should just give him a segment on the show and let him do a stupid backstage every week or something.
You don't really need it. What they do need to do is, let's see what some of the tag teams that they have down there are.
We got Dash and Dawson, of course.
Well, obviously the tag champs, and of course, everyone's favorite tag team, Jordan and Gable.
Jordan, Gable, Jordan.
Did we just sign Gargano and Ciampa as a tag team?
Officially, yes, please.
Don't know.
I mean, holy crap, that match they had with Jordan and Gable, people can't be just going, man, the Jordan and Gable guys, they're good. They carried those two nobodies to a great match. Hell no, that was just 4 great wrestlers going at it in the ring. Dead air?
No, it was a damn good match, I gotta say. It was damn good.
I had to watch that shit again a couple of days ago. That's how good it was.
I'm disturbed that WWE, I'm looking at their website and I'm trying to find a roster for NXT. They don't even have you would think that NXT would deserve its own website by now.
Or at least a proper web page.
Yeah,
it's easier to just go to fucking Wikipedia.
I'm telling you what. I'm at their damn website, and there ain't squat here about them. It's just
Seriously. We do have the Vaudevillains, which...
I'm fans.
Alex Riley's injured again?
He's been
Who
injured.
cares?
I'm just saying. There's apparently someone named Alexander Wolf working with the company.
Alexander Wolf.
What are we going to do with Angelo Dawkins?
I don't know.
It's like a 12-cent LeBron James.
The double headband. That's the dumbest thing ever.
That's just gimmick, though. That's the sad thing. At least, Sawyer Fulton, as stupid as he fucking looks right now, tried to change something up from going from that, hi, I'm a 7'2" dog-faced gremlin, to being, hi, I'm a 7'2" skunk. It's fucking different, though. Not saying it's good, but it's a change of pace. Hey, come on. Crap. We got a lot of guys wrestling on house shows only.
Wikipedia doesn't have a roster for WWE NXT. We should start one.
I'm on NXT's roster right now.
Where's it at?
Under WWE NXT.
Yeah, I got I see. But they don't actually have a roster page. We have Alex Riley.
Where the fuck do you think I was getting all this shit from?
I don't know. Making it up, pulling out your ass. That's what Nick Anthony would do.
I'm not Nick Anthony. I'm a professional.
Hugo Knox.
Fuck that. I'm not a professional, but still.
Hugo Knox.
See, I want Dylan Miley to debut already.
Where is Marcus Louis, by the way?
Hiding in a basement somewhere.
Didn't he show up for the tag team tournament at a house show and then disappear again?
Mm-hmm.
Probably.
Preston Cunningham Jr., known as Joshua Woods. Preston Cunningham Jr. They
got a lot of people that they need to start putting on this show, I think. Although Peter Howard needs a name because Peter Howard is a silly name. Preston Cunningham Jr. He sounds like you want to hate that guy already, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Rich Swann should fucking debut already.
Yeah.
I'm not even... Look, let me tell you, the first time I saw Rich Swann was at a local house show here, a local indie show, right? And, oh my God, I was ripping into him the whole fucking match.
I have to take a pause.
Poor bastard, I was ripping into him the whole match, right? I mean, seriously. At one point, he's like, ow. He's outside the ring like, are you hurt? He just looks at me like, you fucking serious? He just looks down and goes, I hate New Yorkers. And I just look at him and go, I hate you too.
Nufolau Sianoa. Nufolau Sianoa.
Okay,
Damn, photo.
You're butchering the English language there. Let me go see, because it's probably a Samoan guy.
Yeah.
What's his
Samoa Joe.
Nufolau.
Sianoa. Nufolau.
No, I think it's
Nu'ufalau.
You have to pronounce both U's.
Nu'ufalau Sianoa, better known to the wrestling world as Samoa Joe.
Thank God.
Does it really have?
Oh yeah, it's Nuufalau.
Okay, I'm actually trying to look for where are you at on this thing with this list? Because I want to see this
We're
list.
down in the male wrestler section toward the bottom.
Oh, dude, I love the fact. I love the fact that they actually have, if under the champions, under superstars, they actually have a random body with a question mark on it that says vacant.
They should have left Scott Dawson's name where it was.
Bacon should just run with the damn title already. Just give him the chance.
Damn, they should have left Scott Dawson's name alone. David Harwood. That's a wrestler's name. Harwood.
Yeah, but Scott Dawson's actually a pretty damn good name.
Just saying.
Dash Wilder. Yeah.
Sylvester LaForte's real name is Thomas LaRufa.
La Rufa! You should just call him La Rufa. You know? Ladies and gentlemen, here is La Rufa! I don't know what he's going to do when he comes out. Fuck it, I don't care. I'm interested now because he's named La Rufa.
Yeah. Tino Sabatelli, better known as...
Oh, he's one of the guys on the... I got to watch that Breaking Ground.
Yeah.
Wait, I did see. I'm on the regular roster. Where the hell are you looking at?
Here.
It's called WWE _ NXT on Wikipedia.
Oh, no wonder why.
Here.
You're an idiot.
There you go, Daniel.
I thought you were looking at like WWE's roster. I was like, what the hell?
No. Let's see. Whose name would you don't you think? Let's see. Alex Riley, Kevin Kiley. What the hell? Axel Tischer.
Alexander Wolf. That's a great name. Let's be honest.
Angelo Dawkins. Yeah, Gary Gordon's not so cool. Apollo Crews.
Ooh-ha!
They should have left it Ooh-ha.
Ooh-ha Nation.
I'm glad Baron Corbin's a much better name than Thomas Pestock. And now
Blake! Corey West is not a bad name.
The Pest. Baron Corbin's a better name, though. Baron Corbin's a vicious name.
No, I'm talking about Blake, named Corey Weston.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a good name.
Bull Dempsey. I actually saw him wrestle once as James Smith.
Chad Gable is Chas Betts. Christopher Gerard is Christopher Gerard.
He's
still wrestling on house shows, so he hasn't come up with a name yet.
I can see why they changed Colin Cassidy's name.
William Morrissey.
Do you work for the are you part of the group? Dash Wilder. Daniel Willer's not a bad name to start with.
Okay, no offense. The first thing I think of when I hear that Daniel Wheeler is Captain Planet and the Planeteers, because Wheeler was one.
I was thinking Steelers Wheelers.
Yeah, well, but then also too.
In the middle of you? Stuck in the middle of you?
Yeah, well, then the next thing I think of is, little Danny Wheeler. It sounds very Irish.
Seriously, fucking Dylan Miley needs to debut already.
Who is that guy?
That's the guy that looks like a mix of Bruno Sammartino and George the Animal Steel.
Oh, okay. I do vaguely remember that.
The dude's fucking mutant.
Elias Sampson. Why? I've seen him on TV before. I know who he is.
Yeah, but he's kind of dropped off the face of the earth because his gimmick just hasn't gotten him anywhere.
Logan Shulo. I like that name, though.
Although I kind of like the idea of the Roamer or the Drifter.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's just, unfortunately, the Drifter is being too much, Johnny Cash and not enough six-string samurai.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Enzo Amore, Eric Arndt.
That's yeah. I'm glad he went with Enzo Amore.
Now, Finn Balor, I could have got into his Fergal Devitt. It wouldn't have bothered me.
Well, no, but here's the problem.
That's a fucking sick name.
Well, here's the funny part. Do you know the reason why they called him Prince Devitt in Japan?
No. Why did they call him Prince Devitt?
Just imagine them trying to pronounce in Japanese, like their Japanese broken English.
And I would rather watch Kenta Kobayashi than
because I don't think in Japan, I don't think they have the R in their language. I'm serious. I'm gonna look that up because I heard.
We have fried rice. Fried rice. You want fried rice? Oh no, we're talking Japanese, not Chinese. Okay, my bad. I'm sorry. Wrong stereotypical language. I apologize. I know one word in Japanese. I know a couple words in Japanese. Gojira, Masura, Kingo Ghidorah.
Yeah, you don't know fucking kaiju.
Yeah.
Hey, Scott. I can say this on this show because it's Gorilla Blood Radio on GorillaBlood.radio.com. I can tell Scott to go to fucking hell. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay?
I'll meet you there, Boobs.
Well,
yeah.
You want to skip in? We'll get Daniel in between us. Nick will be somewhere in the front wearing a wedding gown.
What is this, the Wizard of Oz?
Yeah, no, technically neither.
Rough to see the devil, the wonderful Desert of Oz.
Well, Nick will be there wearing his wedding gown.
Yeah, the letter R nor the letter L exist in Japanese.
Nick is Dorothy.
Yes.
Oh shit, that's horrifying.
Yes.
We go ease on down the road.
This is a episode of The Wiz, okay?
We're all going to meet Satan and he throws us back out. Get the hell out of here.
Hugo Knox.
Who?
I'm just looking at the list again.
Oh, Hugo. Stuart
Hugo
Thomas.
Knox.
Yeah. Jason Jordan. Nathan Everhart's not a bad name.
Yeah.
Jason Jordan flows better.
Yeah.
I like Manny Garcia, whoever he is. Levis
Valenzuela Jr.
That's not a
who debuted once as Levis Valenzuela Jr. and never been seen again.
Wow.
Yeah.
He got his ass kicked by someone.
Now, I would rather.
I think it was by Jordan and Gable.
Wouldn't you rather see Pierre Marceau versus Marcus Louis?
Pierre Marceau.
I actually like Marcus Louis. It's a really good name. It's just they gotta stop treating him like Sloth from the Goonies.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, here's a shocker. Mojo Raleigh is Middle Eastern in origin.
Muhtadi.
Dean Muhatadi. Don't know how you pronounce that. Murphy is Matthew Adams. Isn't
Mojo Raleigh's a great name. It's just I can't get. I want to like the guy, but for some reason, just his look and his energy fucking bugs.
Cena and Ultimate Warrior had a baby, and it turned into Mojo Rawley.
I don't like that baby. I want to throw it out with the bathwater.
You don't like the hype bros?
No.
Not really, no.
Okay.
There's just something about Mojo Rawley that bugs me, just like his stance or just, his cadence, how he carries himself. It just fucks with me, man.
I really, really hate this next name on the list, and I hate it. I absolutely hate it.
Noah Kakoa?
Yeah, I hate that. I know somebody named Kakoa. Just call yourself Kakoa. Well, that sounds much better than having the rhyming name.
There's only a couple people.
Kakoa! Man, he's gonna die. Kakoa, die!
And let me
drown, Noah, drown! Drown, Noah, drown! I would start that chant.
I am so glad.
It's Hawaiian. I know it's Hawaiian. It means warrior in Hawaiian.
I don't give a fuck. Noah's Ark. Drown, Noah, drown.
The man beast, Terrence Guerin.
Yeah, no, Rhino works much better.
Yeah.
Rich Swan, yay.
Riddick Moss.
Riddick Moss.
Riddick Moss. That's actually a nice name.
Yeah.
Sami Zayn.
He's Middle Eastern in origin as well.
Yeah.
Rami Sebai.
Simon Gotch. John Smith. How generic.
Dude, yeah, I know, dude. John Smith. He's got the most generic name.
I like this. Sawyer Fulton's real name is actually Jacob Southwick.
That's a good name.
Seriously, now that's a wrestling name right there. If this guy could fake an English accent, this would be like, a Dave Taylor type character, wouldn't it?
Now, what if we had the tag team of Southwick and Harwood instead of Fulton and Dawson there? Southwick and Harwood. That would be a badass tag team name. Those are people you want, James Storm.
That would be an old school style tag team name.
Yeah, with James Storm as the manager. I could see that. Give him that.
Yeah, you can't get any more fucking generic of a name than John Smith.
No.
He actually he was Simon Gotch was actually out here in the Bay Area as doing his gimmick.
Oh, I know. When he got signed, me and my friend Tomas were talking about it.
Yeah,
because he was signed as his shtick.
Yeah. Solomon Crow. I love that name, dude. That's such a good name too.
I mean, Sammy Callahan though.
Yeah, I do too. I like Sammy Callahan actually better.
Breaking news from Shaki Morocco.
Yeah.
247 over on Twitter. He is the guy who actually runs our Facebook page.
Our group on Facebook, yep.
Yeah.
Yay.
At TNA Dixie, at Impact Wrestling are counting down the weeks before Ronda Rousey's face swells down.
Oh, God.
Yes, that's coming from Shockey. I shall retweet that in the name of...
Yeah, let's be honest. Ronda's not going to TNA.
Well, here's the funniest part is the swelling. It made her look like, of all things, we mentioned Sloth.
Oh, my God.
No, they're talking the other one who looked like Sloth.
That's funny.
Oh, hey, you guys! I won the fight! Yay!
Guys, they actually
they said Holly Holm looked like Gary Busey.
It's hard to tell anymore who's who.
On their Facebook
page. They both look fucked up. And, it was really weird because they kept showing commercials like, Ronda Rousey is a once-in-a-lifetime fighter. Not even a once-in-a-lifetime fighter. She's a once-in-an-ever fighter. And then she got knocked the fuck out.
TNA actually does have a timer on their Facebook page counting down.
That's terrible.
Wow.
That's terrible.
Oh.
You know what, dude? You know what?
That is fucked up.
But
I actually legitimately thought, like watching Breaking Ground, that Tino Sabatelli was actually the guy's real name.
No, they're going by their gimmick names because
Yeah,
Baron Corbin ain't no Baron Corbin.
No, I know, I get it, but I thought because
It doesn't down to in 9.5 hours.
there was the what?
Something's happening at 10 o'clock in the morning.
Huh?
Are they relaunching the website?
Maybe.
Because this is counting down to 10 o'clock in the morning.
You're at TNA.
9.5 hours from now. 10 o'clock my time, 7 yours.
Interesting. Oh yeah, they must be relaunching the website because it's completely down. It's just the counter. Interesting.
Wait. Impact Wrestling is
ImpactWrestling.com is down right now.
I am telling you right now, they got a TV deal with a network like Spike, and they're going to tell.
Well, the rumor going around,
they're going to go back to Spike.
The rumor going around is that they've been back in talks again with WGN America, because originally before they got the deal with Spike, that's who they were talking to.
Okay.
So we'll see. I mean, Superstars was on that network and actually did all
Chad
right.
Gable fact of the day.
Go ahead.
Wrestling is literally in Chad Gable's blood. As his blood, it has magical properties which give him his unbelievable talent. It's said that Eva Marie has been known to chase Gable around backstage with a syringe.
That is great. Wow, Tyler Breeze's real name sucks.
Matthias Clement. Wow.
That's terrible.
Tucker Knight is Levi Cooper in real life. It's a much better name.
Tyler Breeze's original gimmick in Florida Championship Wrestling, Mike Dalton. Ugh. I don't like that.
That was... If he didn't turn to Tyler Breeze...
He would have been gone.
Oh, easily. He was on the bubble a few times, apparently.
Yeah.
You know how we always talk about how the more nicknames you have in pro wrestling, the greater you are as a talent? Tyler Breeze is known as Prince Pretty, the definition of delish, the gorgeous one, the king of Cuteville, and the sultan of selfies.
And he's going to be something special in the mid-card.
He should, I think Tyler Breeze is going to have a long history of holding mid-card titles in WWE.
And I, for one, accept that.
I will too. He can, it's the character itself. He's a mixture of the Ravishing One with some arrogance.
Dolph Ziggler.
Dolph Ziggler doesn't come close to having the talent that Prince Pretty has in the ring, Daniel. Let's admit it. Prince Pretty.
Look, Ziggler is a fantastic pro wrestling talent.
Yes.
He's amazing in the ring.
Yes, he is.
But fuck him for not leaving when he had the chance.
Yeah,
and now he's like, man, it's a damn shame me and Cesaro are not main eventing this fucking tournament.
And you know why?
Did you really expect to? Did you really think Dolph Ziggler, jobber of all jobbers lately, gonna go over Dean Ambrose? Fuck you, Ziggy. Fuck you.
Moxley may have a certain style, but it's a good certain style. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Look at the women names.
Do we have some cool ones there? I clicked over to the Tyler Breeze page real quick.
So they have Adrienne Reese, who I think used to be Athena. If I'm clicking over right now,
I believe so.
Yeah. So I don't think they're going to use Athena, which sucks. Alexa Bliss is Alexis Kaufman.
Well, Athena, unless they add a second name to it, where she can still be Athena, like they did with
call her,
like TNA did Christian Cage.
Yeah, you could call her Athena Reese. I like that.
Yeah, that's a good name.
Yeah, I like that. They have a girl named Aaliyah who is Nehoop Al-Aribi. You've seen her on.
Just pronounced Noop.
Yeah, Noop.
Noop. In relation to Noob,
Asuka is Kanako Urai.
And she was known as Kana back in Japan.
Mm-hmm. Bailey, my girl Bailey out here. I've always known her as Pamela Martinez. She's got a very generic name too.
Latina, huh?
Yeah.
Billy Kay is Jessica McKay.
Yeah, Jessie McKay.
I like Billy Kay.
Yeah. She's a decent wrestler. Carmella Leah Van Dale.
Look, let's be honest. Some of the chicks that they got from overseas
Mhm.
are going to do well.
Yeah, it's just a
They
matter
just, like you said, they need some defining,
exactly
looks.
like how Sasha Banks and Bailey originally floundered for a while, and they found something.
Look at Dana Brooke. Dana Brooke came in, and yes, she came in kind of as the muscle chick, but then she changed her hair color. She got a very specific look to her costume.
Yeah.
She's really she's refined how she moves in that character. Dana Brooke, you may not like her, but damn, she really stands out.
She does.
And that's the whole point, is she's supposed to be a heel. And she is. She's a heel woman.
Yeah. Eva Marie is Natalie Eva Marie.
Oh, God. So it's just her middle name and her last name. Amazing.
Can we not talk about her?
Yeah, Gianna Daddio. I don't know who that is off the top of my head. Nia Jax.
It's a great name. Let's be honest.
Nia Jax. Savalina Fanene.
And eventually, if they wanted to, they could just call her Jax.
Yeah.
And she could just, Jax is going to jack you up.
Yeah. Peyton Royce is Cassie McIntosh.
I would have left.
I like the name Peyton Royce.
I would have left Carmella's name alone. I like the name Leah.
Yeah, I Van Dale though, that name, yeah. But again, they had to make it sound way more Italian.
Staten Island-y.
Staten Island, New York, New Jersey-esque.
Hey, it's Leah Van Dale. Hey, no. Hey, it's Carmella. How you doing?
I did not know that the Brian Kendrick is a backstage trainer for NXT now.
He trains.
He's been working a lot with Eva Marie.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that explains how come she's gotten some wrestling.
Using the sliced bread #2 as a finisher.
Yeah. Let's see.
Not very well, but she's using it.
I love how they have backstage personnel on this list. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, that's what.
See, that's important because it just showed. To me, this is actually very smart because the backstage personnel is what really makes NXT how good it is.
Dude,
you know if it wasn't for guys like Adam Pearce, Brian Kendrick,
Norman Smiley.
Jason Albert, okay, Norman Smiley.
Okay, yeah. Here's
Robbie Brookside, Sarah Amato, who we used to know as Sarah Del Rey,
Steve Kerr,
Sarah Stock.
Yeah. Here's the fun part. There's a guy on this list that you may have heard of or may not have heard of. Seth Petroselli. He's a striking coach.
I've never heard. God, why did the name sound familiar?
Because he was the guy who officially, quote unquote, beat Kimbo Slice for the first time.
Did that happen in Strikeforce?
Elite XC, before it was even bought out by Strikeforce. Yeah, he beat Kimbo.
Oh, look, that's a controversy.
Yeah, well, the fun part was, the whole point of it was, they were...
Oh, he was a stand-in because the guy he was going to fight got injured.
Ken Shamrock was supposed to fight.
Yes!
Yeah, and they were also joking around thinking like the fight was going to be fixed as well, because Petroselli was basically a nobody and filled in like a week before. They thought the fight was fixed, and that's why Petroselli won so fast. He won in 14 seconds.
I like this. 6 days later, after the fight with Slice, he told the radio show The Monsters in the Morning, the promoters kind of hinted to me, and they gave me the money to stand and throw with him. They didn't want me to take him down because Kimbo Slice has no ground game.
Basically, yeah.
Dude was a street fighter.
Yeah.
He was a street bare-knuckle boxer with no actual training. Guys punched each other for a living. You know, I've seen videos of him in a gym, and I was like, this is fucking stupid. Okay? Like, people around him, it was bootleg as all hell. Let's just put it that way. It was worth my while to try and stand up, punch him.
Yeah. And he won.
Fucking knocked him out in 14 seconds. Shit, it'll probably take longer to find the actual fight online than to watch it.
Yeah, I just found it. I'll put it in the Skype for you guys to watch later.
Oh, that's great.
Here's a little bit of NXT trivia. The Wyatt family has held the NXT tag team title on one occasion for 2 months, from May 2nd, 2013 through June 20th of 2013. However, not to be outdone, the Vaudevillains also held that title for 2 months, from August 22nd to October 22nd, when they dropped the belts. And yes, on the 22nd of October, August, September.
They didn't drop anything. Those belts were taken from them.
Damn right they were.
Yeah.
Talk about transitional champions. Holy shit.
And they had their title run. I think Blake and Murphy and Dash and Dawson.
Actually, it's more like a title trot.
Yeah.
They didn't really defend them.
Nope, that was their first title defense.
And they dropped. They lost.
Well, probably a good thing that they didn't defend it earlier.
Yeah, good point. Good point. Here on Gorilla Blood Radio, on GorillaBloodRadio.com.
Man.
Say it. Okay, man. There you go. And of course, they have something in NXT that no other promotion has. They have the Dusty Rhodes Classic title.
Yeah. Oh shoot, man. The fans. I gotta say, the fans at Full Sail are getting to be really, really awesome. I swear to God. Like, the chants they come up with are awesome.
Well,
like, absolutely awesome. Like, that tonight, I'm not going to spoil anything, but it was the challenge match was accepted, so it was Jordan and Gable against the Ascension.
I can't wait to see that match,
dude. The fans in the crowd there, they start chanting, like, you know how everybody, they do the Jordan Gable thing. Well, the Ascension's in there. And they're trying to do everything like based around the stupid chants from the New Day.
Mm-hmm.
So, of course, the Ascension's in there. What does everybody do when
Ascension?
No.
Even better.
You know, yeah. You know how when they're stomping a mud hole and somebody in the corner, and it's always yeah, whatever. Yeah. It was yeah.
Oh God.
It was hilarious. I was like, dude. And then the week before started it, and it was the first time I'd ever heard it. Hey, we want some Bailey. Hey.
Did you know where that original chant comes from?
Hey, we want some New Day. I know that one, but
you know where that came from?
No.
From a song.
Okay.
Hey, we want some pussy.
Okay. I had no idea.
Go ahead, look that up. It's a legit.
That's awesome.
Biggie even tweeted, man, I hope they don't figure out where we got that chant from.
Was
you notice they don't say it anymore.
Yeah.
Was it from a band called...
Someone found out.
Was that from that great group called the Cockknockers?
No.
Oh, jeez.
Going back
That's
to a
funny.
Jay
I
and
had no
Silent
idea.
Bob
That's hilarious.
Oh, hell.
That's pretty good. Yeah, no, but the chants are getting even better. Like
2 Live Crew.
Oh, okay.
Which actually has some sort of reference to wrestling, because if you remember, at one point there was a 3 Live Crew.
3 Live Crew. It was was it Conan, R-Truth, and the Road Dogg or whatever,
Yeah.
E.G. James.
And then Kip James came in, who just got fired from the E.
Yeah.
Holy hell. You just said
Yeah,
and all
they
that...
fired Monty Sop. I want to see that pink slip, because I just want to see him get fired as Monty Sop.
Monty Sop. Dude, you know what? As soon as you said something about 3 Live Crew, my brain went back to the theme song and the whole idea of beware, it's the remix. 3 Live Crew.
Jesus.
That's pretty sad that I know.
Yeah, I still listen to the LAX theme on my phone.
Yeah, that's funny.
So, I can't be upset by that. TNA has had some good themes. I don't know why everyone said, man, all TNA songs sucks. Sorry, have you ever listened to a James Storm theme?
Yeah, no, they're amazing. They're absolutely amazing.
That dude has had some of the best themes, man. Sorry about your damn luck.
Yeah, I'm a swimming.
Creek swimming.
Chats.
Beard, yeah.
Beard.
Moonshine sipping, beer drinking, deer skinning, Johnny Cash listening.
Long necks and rednecks.
Oh, my friend.
Such a great.
Fuck that, man. If I could get away with it at work, that would be my ringtone.
Dude, that's awesome. No, even to the point
about
like the
your
money,
damn luck.
See, that shit right there just starts off train.
I'm a creek swimming, moonshine sipping, deer bear skinning, beer drinking, Johnny Cash listening. Long necks and rednecks are my friends. Win money whiskey, make a perfect blend.
Coming to your town, go and pull me another round.
Long necks and rednecks.
Yeah, even freaking the beer money theme, dude. Like if you actually listen,
Beer! Money! Come on, it was
he's from the country, he's from the city.
Stupidest fucking tag team in the world, and it worked.
Exactly.
Let me just say this: Bobby Roode's theme song,
and you know,
is better without the lyrics.
Yeah.
He's from the country.
Let me tell you, as much as we shit on TNA, fucking what's her name?
Dixie?
Carter.
Yeah, Dixie.
Dixie Carter's husband, damn fine musician.
Well, and then also too the again, remember the emo AJ Styles theme?
Yeah. Oh yeah, dude, they've been using that song in television commercials and shit.
Evil Ways, dude. That was freaking great, dude.
I liked how at one point they were like he came out with the shit and then they transitioned to Get Ready to Fly.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Which is a fucking great song too.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what song I really like? Because a lot of people probably don't even remember the Dead Man's Hand for
Aces and Eights.
So I set out, cross that way, strike them down to make them pay.
That's pretty
Change their ways.
This is actually
evil way. Dude, that's such a good song, man. That's the one thing I think most people will remember about TNA is the theme songs were awesome. Like even like Kurt Angle's theme, dude. Like when they came in, and I'm like, what are they gonna do from Kurt?
Abyss's theme.
Oh, dude, yeah, dude, that was my ringtone for the longest of time. That actually,
it vibed with the character and what they were trying to go with.
I mean, even Kazarian theme or Loki's theme fit him perfectly, dude. It just had that.
A lot of the music really was fitting.
Yeah.
Bad Influence.
Yeah, again, you can't knock Curry Man, dude. That was like perfect for the kickoff.
Just that feels like the apocalypse, okay? That feels just like Doomsday.
Yeah, I mean,
it's
the
a
original
fitting theme song, man.
Some of the originals were a little bit too corny. I gotta say, they were a little.
You have to grow into it. You can't be. Jim Johnson's been doing this shit for the E for 30 years.
Yeah,
you go back to him doing songs like Jive Soul Bro. God, what was the Rougeau Brothers theme?
All American Boys.
Yes, I can't remember the title of it, but I love that song.
Oh, Canada.
Canada.
The only surviving member of Team Canada and TNA is Eric Young, the guy who we thought would never amount to much.
And the guy's a former world champion.
Yeah, it's so funny.
in a big way.
Man.
That's a damn shame, though, that the way he got it and the way his character is, and a lot of people still don't take him seriously because the way he got the belt, he was just a bootleg Daniel Bryan. And before that, he never had a solid character, either the Super Eric or Chicken Shit Heel or World Elite for an hour and a half.
Or I'm gonna wrestle the referee in a lockup, or I'm gonna drop my drop trow and win the women's tag team titles
with his quote unquote wife.
ODB. Yeah, poor guy. But no,
he's
man.
gone through a lot. He's like the Mark Henry of TNA, man. Like, he's been put through the ringer so many fucking times. You expect him to go, "Fuck you guys, I'm going home."
But he needs work, so
I had the
apparently.
The privilege, the last time Global Force taped out here in Vegas, Eric Young versus Bobby Roode.
That should have been fun. And Scott D'Amore was in the back, like crying, watching that match because he's a consultant.
I miss Scott D'Amore. I actually really liked him as a character, man.
Yeah, and then Petey Williams, man. I like Petey Williams.
Canadian Destroyer.
Everybody thinks he's overrated as hell because the Canadian.
I don't hate Petey Williams. I just hate his finisher.
The Canadian Destroyer is basically the guy who's taking the move, doing a backflip, and landing on his.
That's what's always bothered me. And people, oh my god, the Canadian Destroyer is the greatest fucking thing ever. Why? Petey Williams did nothing for it other than stand there. Like, hi, I'm going to sit on your head. Jump backwards.
Here's a great theme song that was created back in the day.
What a rush!
That's a good one too.
Yeah, but you know what? A really good theme song, and I'm not just of course, Slick with the Jive Soul Bro. Let's be honest, that's one of the best at the time. But Big Boss Man.
Yes, absolutely.
Boobs, if you got that, you better play that now.
Coming right up. You know, I'm looking for him
Shit,
as we talk.
1980s had some of the best theme songs. Let's be honest.
Take a trip down to Cobb County, Georgia.
If you ever take a trip down to Cobb County, Georgia, you better read the signs, respect the law, and order. You'll serve hard time. You'll be serving hard time. You know the big boss man will make you walk the line. You better watch out for you'll be serving hard time.
Come on, man.
It's great, man.
You know, when wrestling themes are catchy as fuck, okay? Come on, Boobs, play Slick for a second.
Just now.
You gotta have Jive Soul Bro. If not, I will play it on my fucking phone.
Oh.
He'll find it.
Oh, of course.
That's funny.
Do you have All American Boys by the Rougeos? I mean, they sung their own theme.
Yeah, you know what is funny? Because they,
Hold that thought. We're listening to Jive Soul Bro.
Well, I met this lady and I told her quite a story. Said I love her forevermore. But the trouble is I tell the same old story to every girl that walks through the door. This is the slick start talking at you, honey. Well, first they love me and then they don't. Sometimes they do it and sometimes they won't. So I said to this girl, hey, you get out. And she got to her feet and began to shout. Do a jive soul blow, a jive soul blow. And you're always lying to your friends. Do a jive soul blow, a jive soul blow. And you never get nothing in the end.
Okay, was I the only one trying to dance? The African thing there?
No.
Do nothing but tell the truth.
God, I love this song.
Hey, go look for the.
Well, they thought this dude might learn a lesson, but I didn't learn a thing
at all.
Yeah, but no, the fun factoid with the Rougeos, the All American Boys theme, they're most of the entire song is in French because they're French Canadians, except for "We're All American Boys." Basically, they're
actually most of the songs in English.
There's some parts in French. Well,
there is some parts in French, yes,
but the parts in
most
French
is English.
Well, but the parts in French are actually them basically saying you can't understand what we're talking about, but we're pretty much disrespecting the United States in French. I'm dead serious.
Oh God, if I knew that back then, I'd hate them even more than I did.
Yeah, let me find it. Let me see if I can find the translation for it. Because yeah, I read that I was watching. I think it might have been on WWE The Music on the on the network.
World Wrestling Federation, for over 50 years, the revolutionary force in sports entertainment.
They lied.
I posted the French lyrics in there so you could say. So the line is, "We do not care for them. They are the world's worst. We love to annoy them when we say we love the USA."
Wow.
They basically are disrespecting the USA in French.
They were good.
That's a great heel move.
The Rougeau brothers.
Well, Jimmy Hart and Jim Johnson were really good. I mean, Johnson's okay, but, they got that house band now, so a lot of songs just sound the same.
Yeah.
It's like when Miz was facing Dolph Ziggler in the opening match, it's like, oh, same people singing the same songs. It's like, I recognize that voice.
I am perfection.
I mean, they're great songs, but you can tell they're sung by the same guy.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
That's why it's like, I want to see, like, I don't know, like, that's why I like Apollo Crews' music. It, like, fits him, because he kind of has that all-American,
bubbly,
athletic look to him, so.
Yeah, he's got that energy, he's energetic, he's up.
Even with the Jordan and Gable, that fits them. Even though it's generic music, it fits, and I wouldn't change it even if they move up to the main roster.
Hey, sometimes generic instrumentals work, man.
So, yeah, man, crazy.
Oh, Daniel?
Yes, sir.
I see by the almighty chat room that you gotta go. What, do you gotta go pee?
No, just
I think he has to go because we've been on for 2 hours and 10 minutes now.
Yeah.
So,
actually, can I break the news to Scott?
No.
Okay.
Why don't you tell them where they can find Gorilla Blood Radio.
GorillaBloodRadio.com. And Boobs, I think, started a Twitter for us, too. Gorilla_Blood.
So we have our own Twitter.
Yay! We have a Twitter.
And
we can tweet, and if we tweet in the past, it's twat.
We twatted.
Terrible.
I've been called a twat before. So.
No.
Daniel, go ahead.
So Scott, you came on late with the bus. We were actually joking around and bullshitting, and we actually recorded for like the first half hour as well.
Fuck you.
I told you, if we told him right off the bat, I was afraid you were gonna be like, "Fuck you, I'm done," and like log off.
I would have.
See, I'm glad we.
I would have logged back on, but I would have just did that to fuck with you guys.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, Scott. I'm sorry.
Wow. So
I knew you fucking recorded. I knew because the way I came in, it's just like, oh, we're already starting. Yeah, right.
Oh.
Yeah, no, we were bullshitting a little bit about wrestling and bullshitting a little bit about music, and I made myself look like a dumbass.
So,
which is a very
on par for the course.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. So, anyhow, Gorilla Blood Radio here on GorillaBloodRadio.com. Be sure to catch our YouTube page, Daniel, all the social media stuff for the new stuff that's going on here.
Yeah, well, I mentioned the Twitter. We do have a Gorilla Blood Radio YouTube page, so you can search for that. We'll get some stuff up there soon enough. Scott, you have your Instagram. Yay.
That I do.
Scott NDX. And then, yeah, be sure to, you can add me, DKorea247, and the Boobs has all his stuff as well. I don't know all your names. You have a bunch of them.
Yeah, we got FCB Radio on Twitter, and then the Boobs 247 on Twitter, and each one
Facebook and all that good stuff.
Yeah, I have like multiple stuff for multiple personalities because I am schizophrenic.
Plus, be sure to check out Pro Wrestling 24/7 on NBC Sports Radio on demand, and just follow PW247NET on all social media as well.
Yeah, a very special show coming up this week over there. We're going to be talking with members of the Gorilla Blood cast in regards to the Survivor Series pay-per-view coming up this week.
Yay, we're doing an extra. Woohoo!
So, everybody out there in listening land, Scott, why don't you say a wholehearted good New York good night to all